April 11th, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, 2024, it's the recreation meeting. So we have members present, everyone except Mr. Mark Adams is unable to attend today. We do have guests here, which we will get to when we get through the agenda. We are going to go slightly out of order with the agenda, if everyone's okay with that. Is everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, just so we can get you guys home.
It's
We'll
my-
stay
it's my
here.
nap time here.
I understand, Liz, I understand. All right, so why don't we first, so we'll skip the finance stuff. We will, actually, can I get a motion to approve the March minutes? You guys will email.
I motion to approve the March minutes.
Perfect.
I'll second.
All right, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect. Aye, I'm an aye as well. All right, we'll skip the finance report. We will go right to pickleball. So just to give a recap, at our last meeting, Jackie Marshall and Tom, I forget your last name.
Star with two R's.
Star?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Wow. All right. Tom Star was here, and they had, Tom's from Bolton.
Yep.
Is that correct? Yep. And the idea was to open up the Berlin courts for reserved open play times. And if I wrote this down right, it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday I spoke with Jackie, and she said it was 9 to 12, but I thought it was, hi, John. I thought it was 9 to 11 or 9 to 11:30.
Well, a couple of things.
Yeah.
Number one is that I'm the coordinator
Yeah.
in Bolton,
Correct.
and Liz is essentially the coordinator in
Berlin.
Berlin.
Correct.
And as far as coordinator, what that really means, I mean, we have the major group, I
Sure.
think, that plays, and we're kind of organized. But what we're doing right now, we have 2-hour sessions.
Okay, so it's 2 hours.
And, I mean, that's a lot of play.
Sure.
You know, And with the weather the way it is right now we're playing in the afternoon, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And school gets out, I know those courts get used more than. And once the weather gets a little warmer, we're gonna wanna switch to the mornings.
Okay.
Sure.
And then we're looking for 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And Saturday.
Yep.
I mean, Saturday is when you pick up non-retirees.
Right, right,
And there are a
right.
lot of people who, take advantage of that.
Okay.
And so Saturday mornings is important. And
Okay,
it's just
same
a-
time. 9, would it be that 9 to 11?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And, some people come a little early, stay a little late. I mean, it
Yeah,
just depends.
Yeah, okay.
But it's an interesting situation right now. Liz is going to do all the talking, by the way.
So that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I remember, and I've written in the minutes and the notes, that was gonna be open play, anyone. And Tuesday, Thursday was more intermediate, people that can play. I know anyone can go whenever.
Yeah, that's the thing. We were discussing, I know there's a group of women that play down at the courts down there. Are they organized at all? Have you spoken to them?
Nope.
Nope.
I've just seen them.
Been there.
Is that the women in pink?
I feel like it's.
There is
There is a group in pink.
Sandra was down there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they, on
Sunday.
Saturday morning, I know there was a group playing from 9 to 10. But that was just, hey, can you play?
Right,
Through text,
right.
there was no app involved, there
Yeah,
was no like,
yeah. The reason we want the scheduling is so that we have an app called Team Reach.
Yep.
Yep.
And we people sign up.
Right.
So when you get 20 people, I mean, we have, 100 people signed up right now, but I think the max we've had maybe is 20 that
Yeah.
have played
Oh,
recently. Okay? It just so that when we get down there, it's reserved for us.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Sure.
people can drop in, then we
Yep.
don't have a problem with that.
Yep.
So that's the schedule that we prefer. Right now, with the weather being in the way it is, like next week, we've scheduled the whole week just because it's really nice. That's just freelance right now.
yep, yep.
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon. As it gets hotter, we don't play in the afternoon during the summer, of course.
Sure.
And with the weather, right now, so I would probably say the beginning of May, the schedule could be set up. That would probably be the best thing.
Okay, so like May 1st.
Wouldn't you agree? May
And
1st?
still the
Sure.
afternoon, or you switch to the
For,
morning?
in the
Morning.
morning will be scheduled,
Switch to
I
the
think,
morning.
May,
Okay.
unless it's really cold.
Which means you can almost, don't worry about the next couple of weeks.
Right,
Just set
right.
something for.
Just
beginning
start
of
for
May.
May, well, that would work
starting May.
anyways for,
Okay.
yeah.
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 So, okay, so let me ask this, so no Tuesday, Thursday, intermediate, that's
Well-
unnecessary.
That's the thing, because we were discussing, we're kind of the advanced intermediate in the group that we're playing in now. We would like to include,
Advanced.
we would like to include other people.
Yeah,
Stowe has, for example, one of the women did a women's beginners group on Friday morning, or Tuesday, whatever group, what time she, so that can be expounded upon as we advance with other people that are playing.
okay,
Okay, we have 4 courts, so if we have beginners, they can play together. I mean, we have some people that are real advanced that, you know, they can play together. But-
okay.
But we wouldn't take up unless there's an intermediate group of guys that say, that wanna come to you and say, Lee, listen, can I, at night might be, a lot of people might be wanting the night times, you know, the
Mm,
evenings, because a lot of people that work,
Right,
so, you know.
yep.
Okay,
But that's our group. Stowe
Okay.
has, they have the tennis, and they only have 2 courts, but they lined for 6 courts, which is a
Too tight.
disaster, I think. But anyway, it's like you're like seeing, you know. But anyway, they have different groups of people within the main group that set aside times.
Okay.
Okay, like the women's beginners, and they have
yeah,
intermediate.
I like that.
And stuff like that, so that can be
Okay.
advanced around it. People, like, we can tell people, like, you've got a bunch of guys at work that wanna play in the evenings, we say to them, we'll go to the recreation committee and tell them you want 5 to 7 these
Mhm.
nights, and then you could set that out. And then the
Okay.
tennis
But they
people
do
would have to
both.
do the same thing,
Mhm.
you know, that come to you.
Okay, so this is probably a good way to, because remember how we had discussed, geez, what do we do with this? Let's just let it roll for a bit,
Mhm.
see what happens.
Yeah.
And now we're having feedback of people want these reserved times to
Right.
play, so there's guaranteed playtime, right? Makes
Yeah.
sense. So maybe this, do you guys think is a good first, let's start somewhere. Why
Right.
don't we
Yeah,
start
right.
here?
Yeah,
So we're not doing it every day.
no,
It is 4 days a week, that's big,
and
but
it's mostly in the mornings right
Yep.
now, right? And that'll be through the summer.
yeah.
And other people are welcome.
Right, and you know, like, if we have 4 people sign up,
Mm-hmm,
you know, it would be understood. You know, where I play down in Florida, for example, they have a post of how many groups are playing and what time they play every day, okay? And then if they reserve 3 courts, the other courts are open.
Mm.
But say we only use 1 court, we're not gonna say to people, sorry, we have all 4 reserved. That's
Yeah.
crazy, so people
Right,
can just
right.
come down.
okay.
And that would be part of the thing. If they come down, they can play tennis too, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And then that way, we're only on there for two hours, a week, you know, in the morning. Because
Yeah.
there's mornings we have 4 people, 8 people. This is just unusual. Right now, we're getting 20 people because it's
Mhm.
been,
So nice.
you know, warm.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
Yeah, it's a growing sport,
Yeah.
fastest growing.
definitely.
All right, so now, okay, I think
And
that's
not
good.
bad, 2 hours.
That's, no, 2 hours.
You know,
What do
that's
you
not
guys
bad.
think?
Can we get 4 days a week doing that?
Yeah, so here's what we wanna discuss, we wanna
Yep.
discuss, we wanna vote on that, and we wanna, I'm gonna ask your opinion on that. And we also wanna think about a, seasonal pay pass,
Mm-hmm,
cause I like that idea. Cause the courts are gonna need to be refinished in however many years, so all the pickleball money can just go
Right.
right back into pickleball.
mm-hmm.
For new nets and balls and that backdrop thing. and
I
the
was
things to
surprised
put
how
in
well the
nets.
nets held up over the winter being left out.
I know.
They're
Yeah.
I
great,
mean, there's
they're
no
great.
wear and tear on them. So far, nobody's, you know,
Bob, that was all Bob, he got good nets.
I got lucky.
yeah.
And the winter was pretty easy on us as well, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's
The weather.
true. We didn't have a
We were
bad-
gonna pull them in, frankly, but we got maybe one storm that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, caked them
Yeah,
in with
then
it was
snow,
so
and
nice.
then it was nice enough
Yeah.
to keep playing.
We
Yeah.
played every month.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's great.
And Tom knows you can't keep them tight. You have to loosen them up on the end. Are you aware of that?
No.
Tell him.
Just to
Relieve some of
they're
the tension.
kept tight
Yep.
with a Velcro strap around
Mhm.
the post. So what I like to do is, when you're done playing, you release that Velcro, release the strap, just to take the tension off of the net.
Right,
That's a great
right.
idea.
And so it doesn't stretch
So it
out.
doesn't stretch out, nice.
So I've been mentioning that to everybody who,
We
Okay.
that we know
Ah.
Thank
plays
you
or
for doing
whatever.
that.
Very good, thank you.
And he also has his tape measure. It's supposed to be 34 in the middle, 36 on the end.
I love it.
The height of that's very important.
I love
a
it.
little bit lower is helpful.
That's great.
Nobody can cheat with Tom and his tape measure.
That's great, very, that's great.
So, all right, so we can do, so we're gonna do 2 things. We're gonna vote on the days, if everyone's fine with that. We'll vote and then a discussion. And we also have to vote on a seasonal pass, fee, right? And we talked about how we wanna keep it you know, it doesn't, we don't wanna break anybody's bank.
Oh, no, no, no.
Keep it
no,
nominal, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then how we manage that too.
Did,
And then
yeah,
drop-ins.
did Mark send something about that? I saw
Yeah.
something and I was
Yes.
gonna respond, but with something, but I was working, so.
So I think his idea is just to rent it out to pickleball.
Yes.
So we're not
Yeah.
dealing with any of
Right,
this,
right.
that.
Yeah.
I personally don't think that's the best idea.
Okay.
I think it's better if we manage the financial piece.
Now, where
of it.
does the liability come?
The town.
The
Everyone would have
town.
to sign a waiver.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
need to get waivers.
Yep, we'd draft up the waivers, the rec committee would,
Okay.
it would get approved through the town administrator and probably the select board.
Right.
And then so what I was thinking is we would do the signups. So if we approve all of this and we approve the pass, the seasonal pass would say $50, I think
Mhm.
that's what we threw out last time. And the season would be April to when the snow falls, right?
The year long. not
Oh,
only
yeah,
year,
okay, so
not
April to
only
April,
year,
whatever.
yeah, sure.
Which $50 is not, I mean, geez.
For
Like
life.
in
Yeah, for a
Boylston, they're
year,
paying
that's good,
$6
yeah.
to play.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
Oh,
yeah.
I like 30.
I think, really, really, okay, well, we can discuss that. But, so then what we would do is we would advertise it, and then people, if you wanted to get the pass, you would then fill out a form, it would be linked on our website, it would be linked on all the forms we'd put around, we'd have a code on it too, one of those.
How are you gonna patrol the drop-ins?
That's a great question.
Right, that's,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So what
Unless
we'd
you have
have
a
to
lock
do-
on there and people,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So there's a,
So
like
in
our
Boy-
group is easy to control,
Sure.
you know what I mean?
Yep, no, that's a good point. Well, two things. In Boylston, they do this, and he said that, the director over there said the pickleball people are a unique group of people. They just wanna play pickleball, and they're very much, they're just honor-driven. And I confirmed that with other communities, that pickleball people are just like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
that's nice.
That's awesome.
That's a really nice
Yeah.
thing.
It's true, it's
Yeah,
true.
it's
Right?
true.
I don't know.
But you've got,
So what he does, I said, well, how do you manage all of that? And he said they have a sign-in sheet, so when people come, they have to find, sort
oh
of
yeah,
like what
like
we
you
do with
did
workout.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to find your thing, and then that would definitely be on an honor system, and then they would check. And then someone on our committee, would then be taking those signups and making sure those signups match what we have on our Google
Matching,
form
yeah.
for the seasonal pass.
Yeah.
Which that's fine, like as a monthly task.
Yeah, exactly right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do it
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't do it every week, we would probably do it monthly. I was thinking of the idea of maybe hiring a kid in the summertime to
Sure.
just sit down there for 2 hours, I mean, that's, 8 hours a week,
Right?
and all they do
Yeah.
is check. And if somebody does come in as a drop-in, we would have paper waivers for them
So
to
it'll be
sign.
tennis players and pickleball people, anybody that uses the court, correct?
No, because tennis players are not reserving, pickleball's reserving.
Okay, it's just the people that are reserving, so anybody that's just
Right.
dropping in, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. that's
Yeah, so
not-
tennis, if someone came to play tennis at that time, we discuss again and vote on this.
Yep.
But if someone came to play tennis at that time, they would not be able to play.
Right.
That's reserved for pickleball, all 4 courts. Now, if they come down on a whim and decide to play, and there's only, 8 people playing pickleball, and they say, hey, can we play on the tennis court, like you said?
Yeah,
Of course, there's nobody playing, of course you can do that.
right.
So the logistics of how to collect, drop-in fees, the only way we'd be able to do that is if we actually had somebody there to collect that.
Mm-hmm.
Because passes would be paid for ahead of time.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna just right off the board, anybody that plays and the group's gotta pay the money,
Yeah, yeah.
however often they wanna play, if they wanna play, they just,
Well, again, if it's one fee for the year,
right.
I mean,
As long as they're gonna play
I think
10
that's,
times or whatever. they're-
And you're
Mhm.
suggesting,
good.
Julie,
Yeah.
that the season, that each person that wants to play in the reserved pickleball time slot
Mm-hmm.
would pay? That's what the payment would get them access during the reserved exclusive pickleball time.
It's not a league, but it's,
Yeah, see, I've been
Concept
kind of
is
wrestling with it, because
almost
I,
town-sponsored.
correct, like we do a men's
Mhm.
basketball league on Monday nights, right? Greg, you played in that. And they throw in $5 to play.
Yeah.
And then that money comes back to the rec program, and we refinish the gym floor every 2 years with all that money, and then rec has to cover whatever the difference is. So it's similar to that, it's a forced savings to protect the pickleball courts for what's gonna come
Mhm.
years from now, that I really have no idea of the expense of any of that.
Mhm.
Right.
what I've heard from Tom and Liz and Jackie and others is that, you know, one of the things that pickleballers really enjoy is the community of the sport, right? It's not just two people, it's let's get a big group and play. And, you know, you made it really clear last time we met that, you know, you want to be able to put a beacon out there and say, let's all convene at this court at a certain time. And it's hard to do that with credibility if you don't know that it's really going to be available for people
Oh, right.
coming from multiple
Right.
towns. So it makes sense to me that, you know, hey, you want to have a known time to do that. What I think, where Mark was coming from, and I think I tend to agree with, is that, you know, the process we're describing now is logistically more complex, right? And we have, so the pickleball courts are a town-owned sports facility, right? No less than the baseball fields we have, or the soccer fields, and, or the basketball courts. And, you know, we have a process in place that I think works really well for town soccer, town baseball, town basketball, where, you know, if a group organizes and decides they want to use the town facility at a specific day and time during the week, or specific days and times during the week, and we just want to kind of keep that exclusive for ourselves and run a league there, then, you know, that's a sports league, right? That Berlin Youth Soccer does it, basketball does it, baseball does it, and there's waivers there, there's a fee, I think, to get people to sign up and join, and then it's on the organization to figure out how they want to manage it. So so maybe another way to potentially play it is just apply that same method that we would to any other sports team in town, and say, if you want to have a pickleball league and reserve the courts at a consistent day and time throughout the week, call yourselves a league. Don't really care what you do with your time, right? It can be open play, it can be bracketed, however you want to do it, but that becomes your time, and reserved for your group. And then there's really,
Well,
you
there's a
know,
couple things
no
with that.
logistical burden on the town.
Well, there is, if that was the case, they'd have to carry their own insurance.
Yep.
Do the sports leagues have their own insurance in town?
And that's A, and then B, they'd be non-residents, so all the sports groups are resident groups.
Yeah, I feel like that's the hard thing. Like, it's not
Okay, that
like
makes it more
Berlin
complicated.
pickleball. I mean, maybe it could be eventually, but,
Right.
right? Like, maybe if we get more interest and it's
Well,
here versus in Bolton or Stowe or wherever else,
Mhm.
then it's different.
Right,
well, I mean, our local town, the insurance piece is something that we have to
so
figure
like
out,
with
but
the soccer
that's
groups
hard.
coming, BC Soccer, they're covering their own insurance.
Yeah,
Anyone that
And
rents,
like, obviously, they have to send what is an insurance certificate
yeah,
with his insurance.
so
and
would the
with
town provide
of Berlin.
insurance for this otherwise?
Yes.
well, yeah, the town would, because for that, because we'd essentially be reserving the spots for them. We would be almost like, sort of like fishing derby, I'd say,
Mhm.
Oh,
akin
yeah,
to
yeah,
that,
yeah.
that we're co-sponsoring that.
Okay,
Like, now if someone got hurt there, it's the town's insurance.
Right.
Now, what's the waiver for?
Well, the waiver would release the town depending on, I mean, there's parameters. I've read the waiver for other things.
Because
But
what we had done in Bolton was that, we didn't do it last year, but we used a sign-up. Every time you played, you had to sign,
Yeah,
just a list there, but at the top was a waiver,
yeah.
basically
Mhm.
saying that there's no
At
one
your
to
own
sue.
risk.
Oh,
There's
I
no-
like that.
You know, there
Yeah,
is
I
no
like
that.
waiver of
organized
risk,
group.
right.
Yep.
There is no group. It's not
Right.
run by the town. There is
Yeah.
no group.
where was that waiver, Tom? Is it hanging on the fence, or who
No,
manages
no, it was
it?
on the top of the sign-up list.
Yeah, we had just a
It
group.
was only a paragraph.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
It would never stand
Yeah,
up in court.
anyone,
Was it
yeah,
your-
anyone can make
Right,
that.
right.
Is it
Yeah,
your
but I
sign-up
mean,
list?
you know,
Excuse me?
Is it your sign-up list, or is it the town?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
our
no,
sign-up
we just
list.
made up the sign-up list because we wanted to keep track of the numbers
people.
Got
especially.
it, got it.
And the big thing, we wanted to be sure that people were aware, there's no one to sue, you know.
Right,
you're
at your
on
own
your own.
risk,
At your
essentially.
own
That's
I
all.
kinda like that, actually, having like a sign-up list for whoever's there, and maybe they can just sign up,
I'm surprised they don't have.
Oh, we'll
have
definitely do a
sign that-
sign-up
that
list,
says
for
that
sure.
already.
yeah.
With what?
I'm surprised they don't have a sign like haven't made us make a sign
Right,
Oh, that says that,
for down there now.
See, we wanted to keep it very low-key,
yeah.
Sure.
you know, and now here, it's a step above that.
Right, that's the thing, when you're doing organized play, then there's liabilities. The town is liable for any,
Right.
any of those.
We had
fees.
organized
Yeah, any of
times,
it.
Yes,
you know, but no one else was involved at all with.
Hmm.
Yeah, nobody else played
Yeah.
up there as a
Mm.
rule.
Right.
But you got, now what about all those kids playing basketball down there?
right,
You know, do they sign waivers? Do they
Nope.
just automatically, they're covered under
they're
the town?
covered,
if they're-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yep.
see.
Now, if we had a league, there would have to be insurance, like for the men's basketball league, there's insurance.
Yeah.
But the nice thing
I
would be.
wouldn't call this a league.
Well, right, that, you're not gonna call it a league, exactly, right,
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 Yeah.
right,
And I mean, the fee that you could be charging is a maintenance fee.
essentially,
Mhm.
right.
So then it
Right.
wouldn't
Right.
be, you know, an organization fee, so
Mhm.
that would
Right.
cut in because,
right.
you know, because we collected $10 from everybody every year for, because we provided balls.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly,
And a
right,
medical
right.
kit and all
Yep,
that stuff.
Yep, yep, we need the
Yep.
first
You know,
aid stuff,
yeah.
right.
What if
right.
what if we kept it really simple and just stated that the times you're describing are reserved for pickleball exclusively, right? And ask for a donation. Players that wanna make a donation, make a donation. And
If you want, that's pretty much what we
Yeah.
did, we collected
That's
$10
exactly what
and they
we
gave more if they wanted to.
I
And we
should-
provide our own balls anyway, but,
Mhm.
I can send you tomorrow a copy of our sign-up list
Yep.
with a little waiver at the top, just for information and so you know what we were doing.
if there's a town coordinator, it sounds like it's you, Liz, then if people are making donations, you could,
And then you
some,
would
you know,
send
pass
them
them
a
to
check.
rec,
yeah, that's fine.
you know?
But I don't understand why would we do donations over a season pass? I'm confused by that.
I think a season pass would make us like a organization
An
that's coming in,
organization.
like if you hire somebody to come in and teach soccer or run a soccer clinic or something, right? Don't you have, when you have somebody come in to do those kinds of things?
We do,
We
but,
do.
yeah, I don't know, I don't,
I know, it gets so damn
It
complicated.
really
just gets really
does.
complicated,
Yeah.
right? Like, are we,
Yeah.
because what are we saying? That if you only have to pay if you wanna play in this time slot?
that's right, yes, yes.
I think
Because
that's
you
like
have
what Jackie
guaranteed-
said, Like
Yeah.
what Jackie said, like she paid, was $30 or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
she said she can go and play this time, like 9 to 12 on 3 days a week at that place in Marlboro or something. The same
yeah.
thing on the
And
Cape
Ward
where
Hill,
she
do they
plays.
charge you Ward
I
Hill?
don't know,
Is it
I honestly don't know
indoors
if like the
at 4K or
formality
something?
level changes, right? If
Oh,
we
that's
say we want,
indoors.
you have to pay it
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's
versus,
indoors.
Yes.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
versus
Donation?
a donation. I don't know like how
Uh,
that lands differently on us.
But I think the point is
Well,
that
because
they're
of the-
asking for it to be reserved at a certain time. I think that's where the thing comes in.
I mean,
But
I
we could
think,
al-
like,
you
you
know.
say, you say you have 20 people coming. Those 20 people are probably consistently gonna come, right?
Right.
If they
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
be there 3
Yeah.
days a week, so they could sign something if they have to and pay for the whole year. And then we don't
Mhm.
need to talk about this until
Right, a year
May.
from now, exactly, exactly.
Kind of, and then like
Yeah.
people drop in, if you do the sign-in sheet,
Yeah.
they
They
have
pay
your little.
Yeah.
by the day,
Right, they pay by the
Yeah,
day, which
yeah.
is insane,
Yeah.
who would do that?
yeah.
See,
Yeah, but
we
like,
just-
it's, they're honest people, it's not like,
Right.
No, but, no, I mean,
Joe
who would
Schmo's
pay
sneaking in.
$5 to play? You just
Oh
get
my
the
God,
pass.
they're
dropping
paying,
in.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should see what they're paying, what? These
like
indoor
Boylston.
places.
I
But
know,
you
I know.
in-
Indoors is crazy.
Indoor.
Oh, because it's
Well, even
indoor.
outdoors
well,
in the-
Boylston is
in
simple
Hampton.
because they.
Oh, because they have
provide
electricity costs,
Yeah.
janitor.
So the people just
lights,
literally
yeah,
go
the,
right,
uh,
yeah, they buy their little
staff,
punch card.
Yep,
you know,
Mhm.
yep,
whatever,
yep, that's why
janitors, you know,
janitors.
The payment-
I mean, there's,
Through
36,
our
50
town
an
is so
hour.
difficult, and I think
Overtime.
that's what
Yep.
complicates
So-
things with a lot of
Okay.
stuff.
so the one complication that I see here, and we can easily just ask for a donation. In fact, I can send you the little blurb, you know, please donate $10 kind of thing, is what we did because our expenses were really low.
Right.
But we can put that to whatever. Let me get those two things to you, Liz, so that you can forward them. And,
Okay, you have, okay.
and so but to my mind, what I'm hearing here is the one complication is the reserve times.
I think that's actually the easiest part,
No, I think
right?
that-
'Cause
Well, then-
as a town, we can, I don't think there's anything stopping us from saying.
No, the rec committee can do that.
We'd like to
Yeah.
reserve
Yeah.
9 to 11, you know, these
Right, yep.
days for pickleball groups.
Yep.
And I think we could do that we could just do that. We could vote, that's
Yeah.
something we could probably vote on and approve today, that
Sure.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday mornings, 9 to 11, like, we wanna keep that reserved for pickleball.
Yep.
Bang.
That sounds
Now,
great.
if we wanna try to figure out how to structure a fee or a donation to help, you know,
Yeah.
put some money back into the courts,
Mhm.
I would do a fee over.
I don't know
donation.
enough about pros and cons
Right.
about how to do it.
I don't
My
know.
inclination is to try to keep the little burden on the rec committee of managing all these,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, $5 transactions as we can, but
I mean, if we miss a few, it's probably
Yeah,
not
but
the end
what
of the
we
world.
did was,
I think the people generally
for the
understand.
year, you know, if you wanna, you know.
Yeah, do the year,
Yeah, we just do
So-
the,
April to April.
So, you know, if somebody drops into play once, you don't worry about them, you know. I mean,
Right,
it's-
right,
it's-
right.
Right.
It's the regulars that
Right.
are gonna pay
Yeah.
a donation.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if they show
And
up 3 times, then you say, hey,
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And
and
now's your time
especially if they're
to-
good.
Exactly.
Right.
And we'll- leave the envelope out there so that they see it. and,
Yeah.
Yeah. But that keeps it a little more informal.
yeah,
And to, once a month, bring the contents of the envelope to the
Yeah.
town
Yeah.
hall. You know,
Mhm.
It's great.
for dropping people,
Yeah.
and everyone else.
yeah, I
just
don't
goes
mind
there.
that, I'm not sold on the donation over the fee.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
I think a fee is,
I thought we just
I
said we
think-
weren't doing the fee, I mean, the donation.
oh, I thought that's what we, I don't know.
I don't know which one.
See, I don't know the
I don't-
semantics.
I
If
don't
you
know the
ca-
semantics
Call it
either.
a fee.
You
then it
can, you
becomes
can.
I would say it's like a membership.
Maybe
Membership in what?
Yeah, what?
I mean, now you've got an organization, you know, you've
I
got.
think I like the
another set-
maintenance fee better.
Yeah, I think a
And
maintenance
so-
Is that
fee
gonna
Well, we can
expansion.
charge a season pass fee, we can do that,
Is
to
that
play on the
gonna,
courts.
would that expand to like the basketball courts too? If kids wanna play basketball?
Not if kids want, no, no, no,
Like if
no.
they
This
wanna
is- First of all, the
reserve it.
resident kids, so
Like if
absolutely
the
not.
men's league wanted to play
Reservation fee.
outside.
But
Or it
if,
could
but
be
if
called
we're
a
gonna run a
reservation
3-on-3
fee, and
tournament,
then
yes,
that-
there would be a fee,
You know,
absolutely.
because you don't wanna
Okay.
get into the fact that then we're not covered. If we come in like. we're
No, you'll be
big-
covered in the town,
But if we're coming in as an organization, maybe not, that's.
but you're not, cause you don't have any, you don't have an EIN number, you don't have any bylaws.
Well, let's look at it this
Yeah,
way, and
you're
maybe,
just-
maybe I'm off the mark here, but like, if for some reason there was a bunch of kids or a family that wanted to rent the basketball courts for a birthday party, right?
Mhm.
We would
Yeah.
charge them a fee,
Correct.
right?
Definitely, yeah.
So that's not an organization, that's not anything like that, that's like they're renting it, kind
Right,
of, right?
Right,
So then they'd have to sign waivers, they would have to pay to rent it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like that, I guess, you know,
Instead of saying
similar.
like, give us $1,000 for the year.
Right.
We're basing it on per person,
Mhm.
right? Is that kinda,
yeah, and
Like
I-
a rental.
yeah. I mean, I can have a closer conversation with Kristen, but I think,
like Eric's groups at Boylston don't have, they're not like an organized,
nope, it's
it's
just
not like
people that
Boylston
rent.
pickleball organization.
Right.
It's just,
Right.
you come,
Mhm.
this is the time you
Mhm.
come, you have a punch card, you
Mhm.
pay it in advance, their
Yeah.
software's
What's the punch card for?
better than ours.
You get
So,
10 visits.
It's easier to do
10
it
visits
financially,
for,
but
the fee.
For the
or
fee, yeah.
the amount.
Yeah,
theirs is expensive.
and the drop-in is, now they
Is
up
this,
to
this is at
6.
indoors or outdoors?
Indoor.
Indoor,
Oh, indoors, see, yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
it's because there's more overhead
up at
indoor.
Hillside.
Yeah.
Right. I think if we, I think we have to just, we have to start somewhere.
Mhm.
And maybe we start here, we start with those days, we start with the seasonal pass, we'll do resident and non-resident maybe, I don't know, we can discuss that.
Yeah, that
And
sounds
then
good.
if it's a nightmare, we reel it back. We
Yeah.
say, this is unmanageable, we can't do this is insane.
Mhm.
And then we come up with a better system.
Mhm.
I think
But I
it's
think
good
we
to have
have-
it coming in.
What's that?
I think it's good to have, whatever you wanna call it, money for maintenance.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We talk about that with the CBA
Mhm. And then we
projects,
have
they
to deal
wanna
with it
see
here.
how are you gonna maintain now
Right.
these, what's been
Yeah.
created with the CPA money, and this is a really good answer to
And
that.
so we
Excellent.
throw a little wrench in here, or
Yeah.
does that
Should I
include
write it
cleaning
down?
the leaves off the courts?
I was gonna bring my rate next time.
He does all our maintenance
I
on
know,
all the
I
courts,
know,
so,
I know.
I know.
You know,
I know.
that's, that he,
It-
We
it's-
could have the
it's-
guy that
At
we
least we'll-
hire, the kid that we hire, he can do that.
okay, yeah,
For
he,
$15 an
I'm gonna ask the highway department to do it.
Does
Yep.
that work out?
I'm gonna call that out.
Are we gonna
$15
make
an
money
hour.
on this
There's a
situation?
little pile
That's
of leaves in one
$150.
corner, in one corner,
What is?
right next to a
$150
gate.
Less
you
than-
know.
For to hire someone,
I'm not gonna have someone sit
you'd
there.
hire a kid,
Stupid.
what, that's right up their alley, they have to
Nope,
sit and not work,
that's
please,
ridiculous.
or
They're
whatever.
gonna have like 2 random people show up to pickleball that don't normally go.
It's a job,
To
it's a
collect
jo-
$10.
I'm just saying, it's a
No,
job for a
no.
kid,
I know, there's not enough of those anymore.
right?
believe
It's a
me.
job for a kid, they
Yeah.
can,
They
they
do
can
more than
manage.
Sit there. That's all
I'd have
I'm
to, of
gonna
course,
say.
make it a job description, but whatever.
Right?
Well, that would
Oh
be,
my God.
maybe with that fee too, they can get us a squeegee.
Right, you can do all
Sure,
this,
yeah,
yes.
that's
See, we
easy.
can do
That's
these things, if
easy.
you tell us what
So
you
if we
need.
charge 20, 30, how much per person?
I
We charge
think
$50
season
bucks
pass
per
should be
person,
50.
And we get 20 signups, that's $1,000.
Mhm.
So that's like 7 weeks of,
We're not having a person there.
that's like 7 weeks of
You're
person.
nuts.
I
and
don't
then
think it
we-
should be 30, I think it should be 50.
Yeah, so $50 times 20 is $1,000.
Yeah, but that's just that.
And if,
There's
so
a
we get-
bunch of other people that play pickleball.
Yeah, but are they gonna do the same thing?
are they gonna
This
pay
is,
$50
this is
bucks?
for everybody, yeah. Like, the people that play on
Only the
Saturday
reserve
mornings
time. Yeah,
would.
but only the reserve time, I
They're,
thought.
they, right, but these people are looking, I think the idea with this is people wanna play pickleball,
Right,
right? And I was
right.
saying to Greg, like, if I wanna play basketball, I'm gonna take my basketball and I'm gonna go shoot.
Yeah,
Sure.
But to play pickleball, you need the community.
right.
So this forces that, that's what Jackie was saying last time, it's guaranteed playtime, like a
Right,
men's
right.
basketball league.
Hmm.
So people are gonna come and play if they can, if
So,
during the hours.
Right now, we're doing, if you will, I'm just trying to figure it out, wrap my head around it. So, we're gonna do the reserve times for them. 2 hours.
Yep, 9 to 11.
And so what we're saying is possibly other people might wanna reserve times, is that what we're saying? Or they're gonna join in on their reserve
I
time?
would imagine they would
Either
join that.
Okay,
I would
don't know.
imagine.
I'm not so sure, or, cause if they just go at 11, they don't have to pay $50.
Yeah, who's gonna play with them?
Well, there are other groups.
well, they could get a bunch of people
I
together.
mean,
I don't think, I mean, respectfully, I don't think you represent every pickleball player in town.
no,
Right,
no,
right, right,
no,
right,
no, no, no,
right.
no, no. No, you're right, I agree. You can go when the court's
Yeah.
open, that's great. Go when the court's open, have at it, it's open play then.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to play pickleball, I would go then. Cause I know there's a 9 to 11 slot and
These
I
guys
can
wanna
play.
go then.
Sure.
If I wanna play
They want
basketball,
that
I'm
time.
going Monday nights, not with those knuckleheads, but that's the point. Because it's, you know there's game
Right.
then.
Yeah,
That's true.
Even some of our players gone with their family, you know, and
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
taking one court for a while.
Right, right, yeah, cause you,
Yeah,
and you also, if you're new, you have people there that,
we love beginners.
I know, I played with Liz. She kicked my ass.
I was gonna say,
Seriously.
you guys pass on that one.
She's so good.
personally, I think we are all pretty much aligned that it's sensible to carve out a time slot, right? We can do
Mhm.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays, 9 to 11.
Sounds great.
There's like little harm of that. Let's try that. I would suggest,
Talking to
we
her.
could go to we could do it for a year, and then, for me personally, I would wanna learn a little more about the financial aspect. And try
Sure.
to like think that through, and just make sure we're not
Yeah.
committing to something that's more than we can bite off, cause we can do that next month, right? We can add the financial component.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't start anyways till May, so we
Right.
do have time on
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
what you said.
Get over
So
this.
yeah, I guess that's how I'd look at it. And certainly if we felt like compelled that we had to, put a financial piece into this vote, then maybe we could back off and not commit to a year and do like just a summer season or something like that and see how that goes. And just to give ourselves an exit if, God forbid, we realize, wow, this wasn't the right choice.
Mm.
But
It probably would change in the fall anyways, right?
Yeah, the time
timing
slot.
again?
Yeah, you're right.
With the
Go-
weather.
Go towards more the afternoon and the weather,
Yeah.
Mhm.
when it gets colder.
The time would, but once you're paid, you're done. Yeah.
They just need to adjust the time.
Just the
Yeah,
time.
we
You
just
adjust the
adjust the
times,
times.
okay.
But
And
you'll
most-
reach out to us and let us know when?
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, definitely.
Okay.
And the thing is too, like I said, other groups, might be wanting to
Mhm.
do other time, because like Stowe has a full schedule. I don't know how they keep track of everything.
Wow.
Oh,
They
really?
just have this group that comes on Friday nights, and this group that reserves on this night, and they have to set up nets when they go. And it's a big,
Wow.
and then they have to, organize with the tennis players and.
So let me ask this too, with this 9 to 11 reservation, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, how would people know to sign up? Other than we advertise, but how do they,
We have
Team
an app called Team Reach.
Team Reach.
okay, and
we
then,
schedule it, and people join the Team Reach, and then
Okay.
they can post on the app. I can show you.
I could advertise it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna
If
say,
you
what
guys
if-
are
what
okay
if
with
we-
advertising.
You can advertise, yeah, in the rec committee, and just say if you're interested in playing pickleball, please.
Is a reoccurring
All
time
levels,
slot?
all
Yeah.
levels
Mm-hmm.
welcome.
And I
See,
would keep
it's-
that within the town,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
word of mouth that gets around.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the
yeah,
people,
just-
what-
you
if
can
someone
pass
shows
that
up in
around.
that
It's-
time slot, you guys can point them into the app
can
and
handle
explain
it.
to
Oh,
them
yeah,
how to
we've
I
done
belong to
that.
all those
Right.
different groups, and there's with
I
Berlin,
wish they could just
okay,
sign
and then
up
you
on
have,
that.
you can, all these messages, and this would be the
through town,
schedule
but it's-
Mhm.
that we've set up so far, and then
Okay.
pictures,
How's it
and these are all the
Could you-
people that are
Could there be any signage
joined,
down there?
and then you
Like
can
stating
message
that it's
people.
there, like
And
courts?
so what
think
they
we'd
do
have to,
here
yeah.
is,
Yep.
So that
like,
people just know and no one
okay,
can argue.
so
with
next
it.
We- no, we'll
Monday,
write,
we
courts
only have 4
reserved
people
For
signed up
Order
so
of
far.
Recreation Committee.
Yeah.
See, and
9
it
to
works pretty
11.
good,
Mhm.
you
For
know.
pickleball.
Yeah.
So,
And then we could have
Felicia,
a
you can
QR
add
on
this
there that
app
can
thing to
bring
it,
them right
to
to
Yeah.
it.
advertising, okay.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, you
Here's
wanna-
And that'll be all right,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
People
like,
can just
have
join
they-
that,
They
right?
can join the
Yeah.
app, and then they can,
Usually I was confused.
and then that's another way to keep
I don't
track
know
of
who
if you're
lives in
gonna
that
do some
house directly
finances,
across
who's
the
paid,
Right.
who's been playing,
The
who's not
Bakers one.
playing.
Oh, because you
A
can
lot of
check them in right on the
You
app.
can check them in on the app, and then
Oh,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah, I've
is
seen
too,
it.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
You guys have seen this, right?
we
Yeah.
have, we're, you're gonna have to watch how many people just drop in all the time too, so,
Okay.
yeah, but.
Do you
if-
have a lot, do you have a lot, well, it's hard to tell because the season hasn't been there.
So you
But for
keep track of the
drop-ins.
drop-ins on that too?
Yeah,
Sometimes?
we can, we know the
What-
regulars.
What do you mean by drop-ins?
Well, somebody that just, you know, they're not even on the app, and they just walking by and they decide they wanna drop in.
Yeah, I come down and decide I wanna jump
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
game.
You wanna go, you know,
Alright,
what's the big
come
deal?
on.
Well, yeah, what's the
Yeah.
big deal?
I'll
So
tell you
could
what the big
could you
deal
add me
is.
into your app?
I'm paying to
Not on the
play,
one time.
and then
Right.
I
It's up to
pick
you.
one
Well, right,
in,
well, right,
and I
that's
don't
it.
get to play.
Yeah.
That's the big deal.
And you know what I wanna ask you too, is,
Like that.
before we go forward on this, like,
I asked her if she would-
is it just, I mean, do you pay other places to reserve your time? Like
Not-
other towns and stuff?
No, I don't yet.
Yeah, but you pay drop-in, right? You do drop-in of.
When I play in the village, it's just no fee, so, you know,
Okay.
I mean, I don't pay
Okay.
anything. And I don't think Stowe doesn't charge anybody, right? You're
Yeah,
not
I don't
charging
think so.
anybody.
Still probably have-
Harvard's
I don't
not
know.
charging anybody.
$80,000 recreation.
Aw,
budget.
bud.
But
Indoors.
now are they
Indoors.
reserving the courts?
Yeah.
For these, and they're not paying anything to reserve them?
No.
Every town is different.
Yeah, every
Okay.
town's
Every
different.
town, but the towns that we
I'm
know,
just curious,
Harvard,
'cause I
Stowe
wanna
don't.
be
No, but Harvard is
one of these
done by the
outrageous
school.
towns.
And there's,
No, that's the Knights, what's that group?
well, they have lights on those courts.
Yeah, and they
That's what
don't,
we'd
they
like
don't
to
pay
get.
anything. But who sponsors those courts? They just,
They're owned by the school,
Oh, they're owned by.
they're
the
owned by
school.
the school, but
and
then.
the school has real demand
Yeah,
all
but
the
see,
time.
they don't get to play because the school
Yeah,
takes
but they-
over. The school runs them. When the school wants them, they can use them, you know?
All right, so why don't we then just vote right now on the,
Time slot.
time slots and the starting date to lock this in?
Okay,
Okay.
Would that work?
Sounds
Is
good.
anyone else have
Yep.
any?
May 1st?
Yep.
Sounds good.
okay.
All right,
So-
so do you wanna make a motion for reserving the pickleball courts Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday from 9 AM to 11 AM with the start date of May 1st?
I'll make a motion.
Great, and anyone want a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye, we already discussed, very nice. All
Okay,
right,
that's done.
That's done. So we can, between now and May 1st, then, we will figure out the financial part, the waiver part, the advertising part, and then we'll be in touch with
Yeah.
Liz.
But like I said, the team reach, I mean, your father, he joined it, and he knows, you know, how it works and stuff.
Okay.
And
Do
they
you-
just,
Do you think, Liz, that the town, specifically rec, would need to direct people to Team Reach? Or could we just direct people to the courts at that time slot, and that's good enough? And then
Yeah, they
if
could
folks
probably
wanna
also-
get plugged into the group, they can learn
yeah,
from the
that for a
others.
starter, what do you think?
The real use of Team Reach is that we wanna know that if we're gonna show up, there are
Correct.
gonna
Yeah,
be
we're gonna
at least
be
four
there.
people
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And
Oh, yeah, that's
if-
the other thing, yeah.
if the courts are just a little bit iffy, a little wet, we're not gonna play on them, so we wanna use Team Reach to show that session is canceled.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's like the
Okay.
fitness
So we
thing.
can-
Same
Nice,
thing.
okay.
Okay.
We can point to it and
Yeah.
say, if you wanna sign
Yeah.
up now, or just, yeah.
Just
But
attach
you need
it.
the code to get in.
Yeah, there's a code, but the thing too,
Oh, is
is
it a
there a
secret
code when you open up the app?
No.
They have to, we invite people?
Uh,
We usually invite people.
You can invite, you
Yeah,
can invite
people.
yourself.
Or they, when they look
But
up
if-
Team Reach though.
You can sign up yourself.
But if you find the code,
You need the,
Right.
but do you have to get the code from the gatekeeper, or can you just, you can't just look up Berlin and you find the code?
it's probably like the school bus app that we have. you know?
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
ever
yeah,
use
yeah.
that?
No.
No,
Or like
It
the.
never
You just
worked for me.
we just have a
Dismissal-
special code for your
dismissal.
group, right?
it just
Okay.
never worked for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're in.
That's all.
Okay.
So
So
if you
should
can-
we know the code? You don't
Oh,
have to
boy.
say
Send
it.
us that
What's,
info?
it's just the, zip
Zip code,
code and
zip
then
code.
a capital L after it.
Oh,
Because
for
they
Liz.
wanted 6 characters.
They
now.
wanted 6
Got it, okay.
characters, usually everybody else was the zip code.
So the
right?
question is, would we wanna publicize that? Like, would we wanna put that out on Facebook? Maybe not.
So, yeah, maybe
No,
not.
no.
Yeah,
no.
so maybe not now.
All right.
No.
I would,
How about, could they contact Recreation if they want the code?
Anybody who wants it should be able to get it. That's
Right.
not a problem.
Okay.
The thing is that a lot of people sign up on Team Reach just for the information. They wanna know.
Where
you know,
everybody's gonna
They
be.
may play there once or twice, you
Mhm,
know,
mhm.
or maybe not at all,
Well,
but they want
options.
the option, right?
Right.
we also have, now Stowe does, because they have a limited number of courts, and they will put down a number of people. Okay, they will only take 15 people,
Mm.
20 people. Now, we don't do that, because we technically don't ever get hordes of people,
Right,
but, they only have 2 courts,
okay.
but they have the possibility of 6 pickleball courts. And it's
Okay,
very
okay.
cramped over there.
Okay.
But like you said, I play in the villages, and you get 200 people sometimes showing up, and you get 2 games in an hour.
Wow.
You know, we don't ever want to get into that situation.
No.
Yeah, that's too
So
much.
So can you cap your number on
Yeah,
Team
you
Reach?
can cap it,
Okay, and
yeah.
do you find that
No,
you
we
haven't had
to
to?
cap
Okay.
it. Yeah, no.
No, but if we can play 4 courts, let's say, it's 16 people playing at a
Okay.
time,
Okay,
so we may cap it at 30.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
okay.
what do you
Because
think
you
a
wanna be
good
able to
cap would
rotate,
be?
you wanna
Yeah.
have, you know, your
Okay.
paddles
Right.
lined up,
Because
next
you don't wanna
one's
get your
in.
playing time too, you
Exactly,
know,
exactly.
and make
Okay.
it worth it. You don't wanna be
Right.
there for 2 hours and just, you know.
Okay, and this will be my last question. Is this adult only?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say.
Yes.
Well,
Okay,
there's some
good.
people that really are, they're playing a combination racquetball and tennis, and people are gonna get hurt, even some of the beginners. That's another thing we're kinda dealing with too. How do you know, there's an etiquette thing when you have people that are advanced playing against beginners. You're not
Right.
supposed to take advantage of the weaker
Mhm.
player, the older people, the people with disabilities. I mean, I played with a guy that had an oxygen tank
Oh, jeez.
back there, and he
Good
was
for him.
playing Parkinson. I mean, people play pickleball.
Yeah.
And if you have to take your pointers
You teach him a lesson?
Huh?
Did you teach him a lesson?
Yeah. No. I'm telling you, it was good.
bet.
See some of these
Certainly had
8-year-olds.
confidence.
No, they're good.
I mean, it's like incredible. If you know
Okay.
the game, you're not supposed to be moving a lot. You really
I know you
not.
said
Okay.
that, I
No,
know.
the
That was my
thing is not to
downfall.
run around the court a lot.
Right.
That's the thing about, they
That's
show
why
you
we
in the
got it.
tournaments
That's
that
why we
people are like out of their minds.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah.
all ex-tennis players that are playing.
Is it almost always doubles?
No, there's singles.
Oh, okay.
But you have to be really, it's, we don't.
Singles
Agile.
is
We should
hard
be
on
playing
you.
6 on a
It's
court.
hard on
Liz
you.
said she'd teach a class.
Oh, good.
Yep.
All right.
Why, we
Liz.
have no problem doing
Yeah, and I don't like the word tournament or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we've run beginners intros,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just to get people out there, to get
That's
them
awesome.
playing, learn some
Mhm.
basic rules and.
Love it.
And get the feel for it.
Yep.
Cool.
And then, you play 3-4 times and you're intermediate.
yeah.
almost,
Right.
You know,
Mm.
I mean,
We loved it right after we
I
played
loved
that
it.
clinic. and then we
That's
played
great.
again.
I'll bet it's a blast.
so,
All right, well, this is awesome. So we
Yes.
have some work to do and
Okay, yeah,
We thank you.
thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for
To
coming
see you
out.
all on the court.
Yes.
we'll see.
No,
I have no coordination, so.
It is
you know.
so fun.
You know
I
what,
know.
let me tell you something.
It is
We have
fun.
seen people that you would be surprised
How good they are.
how good they are.
You
And
wouldn't
they,
think.
like I said, you don't really need to
Right.
move if you it's a chess game.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's position over power, and once you learn the basics.
Yeah. position
And that's why
over.
people love it, because everybody
You
can
wouldn't be
play
good
it.
at it.
And
That's
I tell you,
awesome.
people that I play with in the
Yeah,
villages, but there's 60,000 injuries a year.
Oh, jeez.
Just saying.
Oh, boy.
Oh my
Thanks for
God,
coming
leave
down,
on that
guys.
list, right?
My goodness.
Way
Not
back.
here.
They
Not
put it
yet.
all in the
Not
We
yet.
didn't mention that before the vote.
All right, thanks,
you,
guys.
guys.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
All right, take
Thank
care. All right.
You wrote down those days, right?
I wrote down the days, yep.
Okay,
I wrote down
I
the,
just wanna make sure. I wrote it down, but I was iffy on whether or not I got it right, so.
no, yep, I got them all. Don't worry. All right, why don't we move on to soccer, you guys? Thank you for your patience.
Yes, thank you so much.
And the fields, because that's on our agenda anyway. All right, soccer guys, we have John Glumac here. I'm
Go
just
get
doing this for the audio and the camera. There he is, and Greg Tatnall. All right, so we had on here, the fields, right? They're so bad.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Right?
So what's the plan?
So we're putting a 3-4 and a 5-6 field on the other side of the school,
Yes, smart.
so
Okay.
that we can let the fields recover more before we start playing on them.
Yeah.
But,
In the back. So for the whole season?
it depends, I think,
Okay.
maybe like the first 3 or 4 games, maybe,
Perfect.
we'll see. But, I mean, there's grass coming up on the 3-4, and like, the whole front area has grass coming up.
The rock wall?
Yeah, the 7-8, that's gonna be a problem.
Destroyed.
I don't even think it's playable.
Well, there's nothing that's gonna happen. Like, all the other fields are showing grass coming up, and I think they just need more time. But the 7-8 field, whatever's killing the grass in the back, I'm pretty sure is preventing the grass from growing that
Yeah.
was planted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I was out there painting the lines on that field, I mean, that half of the field is dirt.
What did Dave say about
He
that?
said there was a fungus that ate the whole back of it.
Yeah.
And
Did he
even
put
with-
anything down to prevent?
No, he said that has to be rebuilt, which is,
So why waste the money
Right.
putting something down?
Right.
Yep,
you
yep.
can fertilize
We
and
don't have
plant
So-
an area,
so I
which they
re-
did,
So I reached out to him to just talk to him about that, but I haven't heard back from him yet. But
No,
he
yeah.
told you that had to be rebuilt, like, there's nothing they can do
No,
about
he
it?
said that, well, yeah, you could pour in a gazillion, you could specifically just do that field, but he said with the situation you guys are in right now, there's no point in doing that, because you're going to phase that into your next step anyways.
Yeah, if it gets approved.
Oh, it's gonna get, I don't have no doubt that's gonna
I'm,
get
I'm,
approved.
I'd like to go into it with confidence, but I'm just, you know,
No, I think you have support
If-
from CPAC. I
if
think you have
somehow it did not get approved, then it's like, we're gonna be kinda set back.
Yeah,
for
but
another
we,
year.
we've got a lot of people now in town that are pretty supportive of
Yeah.
the things
Yeah.
that we're trying to get done, because they know that we're
Yeah.
doing good for the town.
Yeah,
You know,
Right,
we're really
right.
working to do really, really good for the town, so I think people are starting to be more supportive of it.
yeah,
I'll be honest with you, I can't even believe that we got the tennis courts approved,
yeah.
to
We
be
need more
honest.
than
I mean,
200
I stood
people
up
to go
there
to
and
the
I was
meeting.
like,
That's what
you
we-
know.
I told
But-
Greg,
but
we
I
need
mean,
to
it.
come and.
But it's amazing the difference though in
Oh,
the
it's
youth
huge.
down there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Oh,
there's just
yeah.
always kids
It's
down there, and
fantastic.
I don't think I ever saw a kid playing down
Right.
before they were
I
redone.
know.
Exactly,
Hey,
so.
You meant, the idea of moving some fields to the, behind the school,
Yeah.
for now, right?
Yeah.
Made me think, have you like considered a way to, lay out the fields or have enough fields in the project such that you can kind of rotate and you're not just hammering the same field all the time, like?
Well, that's the
Good
goal,
idea.
that's
Like-
like why we're flattening them all out.
Mhm.
And kind of the reason I wanted to come here was just like to talk about the whole, like, having some sort of master plan, cause
Mhm.
like you guys are doing the pavilion and
Yep, yep.
there's talk about doing other things, and like really, it would probably make sense to have some sort of like master plan.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And when I say master
Sure.
plan, I mean an actual plan.
Yep.
This
Yep,
is gonna be
yep,
here,
yep.
this is
Yep,
gonna
yep,
be
yep.
there, and like
Yep.
going through the whole like design process, cause you know, if things just kinda get placed here and placed there, then it's just gonna be a mess, and like especially with the soccer fields and everything, and even the baseball fields and all that stuff,
Mhm.
you know, I basically have to figure out what the orientation of all the fields are gonna be before we do the irrigation, so there's not like,
Mhm.
like valve boxes in the
Yeah.
middle of a field, like
Mhm.
that stuff needs to be off the fields, and there can be
Right.
sprinkler heads on the field, which
Mhm.
go down, but, you know, there can't be like huge valve boxes in the middle of the field, so really the stuff needs to be planned out a little bit. And honestly, some of the layouts down there now probably aren't ideal, like.
No, they're not, you're
No.
right.
I honestly think it might make sense, like, maybe long-term, like, maybe the baseball 2 field, which is towards the front by the soccer fields, like,
Mhm.
maybe that gets relocated to, like, maybe on the other side of the driveway, back by the salt shed or something,
Mhm.
or,
Mm.
just to kinda create a little bit more space up there, and then it'd be kinda like the baseball area in the back, and the soccer fields in the front, and,
Mm.
it would help with some of the layout and stuff like that, but, I mean, we're gonna be starting, hopefully, our project in June, and I'm not sure what's going on in the pavilion, but like, it's kinda something that, if it's gonna be done, we should probably like
Probably
start
just do
trying
it,
to
yeah,
figure out
yeah.
which,
Mhm.
That's actually a good idea, moving that baseball field, that's smart.
Yeah, so the pavilion, we're just asking for the town's approval to move it to like a different region.
yeah,
We didn't pinpoint a spot for exactly the reason you're describing.
yeah, So is that like a further off thing, where right now it's just approval to be in a different area, not pinpointed?
But once we
like-
figure that out, then we
Right.
can
I mean,
pinpoint.
we'll be empowered to drop the pavilion
Right.
in the day after, well, yeah, the day after the vote, because we
Yeah.
already have the funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of how quickly do we wanna do it and balance it with putting it in the right spot that coordinates with everything else.
Yeah,
Do you have to, like, your idea about moving the baseball field,
yeah.
is that something that you would consider in part, within this
No,
larger
no, I
field
mean, it would have
project?
to be like a different phase, like a different thing, but
Mhm.
if it, you know, the overall, concept and plan for that whole area, if we had just our goal of what we want it to be eventually, then, you know, yeah, maybe the soccer fields aren't gonna be, you know, maybe the baseball field moves, but we can like plan irrigation so that we're not doing stuff that's gonna have to get ripped out, and that, you know, if that
I would just
baseball
move
field's
it.
gonna move, then, you know, that aspect can kinda just hold off for now. You can do everything around it. And if we have, you know, a future plan of where each field is gonna be, then we can work around most of it now, and if some of the irrigation, you know, has to go in at a later date, you know, when things are kinda moved and shifted around, then that might make more sense.
Makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's
Can-
no shade down there, like, you know, you could plan, like, maybe that there's, maybe you come out of the school and there's a walkway that goes, you know, across by the flag, and then like across into the pavilion or something, and then maybe there's like a row of trees that gives people
could
some
totally
shade
do it
down
with
there.
Right.
Yeah,
This
that'd be
guy.
nice.
You know, stuff like that, like, it's all like stuff that could be done, which could make the space like
Right, that's a great
Incredible.
idea.
Look
much
Beautiful.
better.
So for your project, for the.
Which obviously planting trees is not in like any of our scope right now, but again, if we just had an idea,
Yeah.
like, this is what we want it to be eventually,
Yeah,
we can start, you know, working towards
Yeah,
it.
but like that
Yeah.
tree that was planted, that all the kids climb in, that tree was planted in memory of the girl at the playgrounds.
Oh, yeah, we'll leave that right there then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, I mean, it's been however long, and it's like the one tree.
that's true.
How much,
Oh, it's how long
if
is
you,
that? thing?
so I think, yeah, you make a super good point. Is it safe to say that the field layout that you've done so far is just like, without a master plan, like, this is kinda how we would do it?
Basically, what I was doing was basically just trying to show how many more fields we could, because right now, we're like basically restricted by all the dips and,
Dips,
you know,
yeah.
the fields are a mess out there, so.
Yeah.
We were just trying to convey that once those things are flattened, and we can put a field in any direction we want,
Yeah.
like, we could
Mhm.
actually fit
That'd
2 or
be
3
so
more fields
amazing.
down there.
that'd be
So is the
awesome, yeah.
project you're
That'd be
seeking
super
approval
awesome.
for, it's not, it doesn't have a specific field layout, it's just like, let's
No.
hit the reset button and fix this? And so we could roll in some
Exactly.
bigger, higher level thinking and planning
Yeah,
in time for that?
But your
Which-
presentation has a, like an image of
Yeah.
potentially how many fields could be.
yeah, but again, it's more to show what we could fit down there if
Right.
we weren't dealing with all the holes and, you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
valleys and everything.
Makes it hard now.
But long-term, I mean, I feel like there's a good opportunity to create like a good space down there and have it like thought out and, you know, have a
Functional.
thoughtful design.
Mm,
That's smart.
yeah.
So let me ask you this, could the baseball field just be taken out then, the first one, for the summer's project?
No, there's no way the budget would be there for that.
They're already ripping it up, isn't it?
Well, but there's just, I mean.
I guess
there's
having to
flattening
build
all the-
another one,
they're
having to build
flattening all the
another one.
surfaces and
Right.
everything, but I mean, ripping out like the backstop and all that, I mean, that's gonna be a good chunk of money to like rebuild a baseball field somewhere else.
Right.
Well, maybe you don't rebuild it yet. You could maybe do that with CPA funds.
100%, I see that as like another CPA project, like down
Mhm.
the road, but like, you know, start like figuring out like, what do we want this space to be? and, like,
No, but
how
I'm just
can I
saying, if you're
design-
leveling that whole front area for fields, just remove the baseball right off the, with it.
Mhm, mhm.
Well, I
and
think
then-
they need that baseball field though.
I don't know, for the fall.
Why don't they use that
They're-
back
they're
field, the other
using-
back
I know, I mean, Sawyer's playing baseball, and I know that like, there's both fields being used.
No, but that's spring. I'm talking about for the fall, it's a lot smaller
I
of
don't
a
know, yeah, I'm
program.
not sure.
You can talk to Mark might know.
But again, I'd hate to rip that field out and not already have like an
Mhm.
approved like CPA thing to like,
for another field.
yeah,
It might put the main project at risk too, if that's part of
Right.
the pitch,
yeah.
right, that we're gonna.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't change anything for what we're doing.
No, you can't change
Yeah.
anything. No, 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 no.
But again, I just, I kinda like threw the email in a little bit, I'd like discuss this, and like, I don't know what the best approach is to make that happen. Again, I mean, I I went to school for landscape architecture and like went to school for like doing all that stuff, but, you know, it's not really like a volunteer kinda,
Yeah, that's a big project.
yeah.
Yeah.
To do something like that. That's all.
Right,
I
right,
feel like
right,
the way
right,
the
right.
town
Would-
kind of
would-
makes
Is that something that you
decisions,
think
they
a
want, like,
town
someone else to
or
do
a
it.
committee like ours would hire out usually, or is it something that you can do with just some, like, community members?
I mean, I think it definitely helps to have someone with like a design background that like
Mhm.
is thinking
The
about
old
like
one that they had, was that done?
That was done by an architect, yeah, that
It
was drawn
was,
up by one,
okay.
yeah.
Like, I think having like a design professional or like
Yeah.
an actual landscape architect, like.
Mhm.
go
Yeah, they
along
did
with-
have a master plan that was approved in.
Like
Yeah,
20
which I
years
saw,
ago.
yeah, like, but not like, I saw like the master plan, but like
Mhm.
that's like a written, like, this is what we'd like to do with these spaces, stuff like
No,
that.
No,
they
this
had-
was a
they
No,
master
they had
plan,
a
it was
picture.
drawn up by
There
an
was an
architect,
actual
oh,
plan,
yeah,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Cause I don't, did you send that? Cause I don't think I saw that in
I
what
thought
you
I
sent,
sent it, did I
just
send
saw
it to you? I thought I sent it to you. Maybe I didn't. I can send it to you. I gotta
I
find
don't
it
think,
in my
that's the
computer.
town master plan I think you're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
with
yeah.
conservation.
Like the
and-
Yeah.
paragraphs
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that
There's
has
an
to be,
image.
yeah, right, this is what you're talking about, but that's when like the library was being built,
Yeah,
that was being proposed to be built down there.
yeah,
So this is, I mean, 25 years.
yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Do
yeah.
you
this
have
is
it?
really-
Very,
Send it
very
to you.
old.
Send it to you.
Oh, that's it,
Did you
yeah,
send this? This was, yeah, I have it.
yeah.
Shoot it to you.
So, I mean, but I agree with you, Greg, so how do we need somebody that's qualified to do it. I'm not saying, and that could be you
So it's
too,
like
but I
fresh
agree
in
that it
my
has to
email?
be,
that?
it can't be a volunteer
I
effort
will, yeah.
on this.
No, and again, I think it goes a long way to have someone that, you know, knows what they're doing.
Of
when it
course,
comes to
yeah,
the
yeah.
design
Yeah,
aspect.
exactly right, yep, yep.
But-
So, all right, so what,
But I just don't know how that process gets started and.
right, okay, let me talk to
I
Kristen.
just at least want to have like the conversation and, cause I mean, I don't know what having like, I have not really any idea how much like hiring like an actual like landscape architect to do something like that would cost. I'm assuming it would be a good chunk of money.
Yeah, but I feel like it's important to do that because
Mhm.
a lot of things get done half, you know what?
Yeah.
and Then we're correcting it down the road. I don't want to have to do that.
Right, we should just do it right to begin with.
Yeah, well, that's kind
Honestly,
of what I'm just trying
yeah.
to like advocate for is that we're
Yeah.
doing things right. from the
Right,
start.
right, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so let me ask you about the 7-8 field. So you wanna first talk to, Dave, and to see like.
I'm gonna talk to him, but I mean, nothing's gonna, like, that field's what it is. for
So
this.
can the 7-8 go out front anywhere?
Well, out front's not ready to play right now.
Well, they're
Can
away
you
this
put their
Sunday.
field on the wall?
Those fields need at
Not
least
even
like
7-8.
two.
Where's
those
the high
field-
school
Those
team
fields
playing?
need like at least 2 or 3 weeks, so there's definitely games on that field this weekend. And at this point, I think our approach is just gonna be, play on it, it is what it is.
The
and we're
field's
gonna-
in the way back.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk to the coaches and see what they have to say about.
I
how
don't
the
think you
games
can play
went.
on those fields. These kids are big. They're not like 8-year-olds running on that field.
I get it, but I mean,
These
it's
kids are
just-
like, some of these
it's-
kids are like 6'2".
I guess
You think
some of the
planting
19th.
Seed won't do anything either.
Yeah, I don't even know if,
They planted seed already. And
Yeah,
there's just, nothing's coming up.
Yeah,
That
he
was
said
in
there
the-
was a fungus
in
or
the winter,
something
right?
on that
Yeah.
field.
What's
Right?
that?
Was that in the
yeah, there
winter?
was a fungus. Yeah, they planted it in
It was,
December.
it was all
And
done
they
at the
did one
same
in
time, but
October.
out front, like, you can see
Oh.
grass coming up.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I'm just trying to hold the games off of those
Mhm.
areas and not let anyone practice there for a while,
Right.
because
And then they're
it's
fertilizing
coming,
next week.
like, it just needs more time, and then
Mhm.
we'll actually have grass down there again.
Yeah.
Yep,
In the
yep.
back, there's not a single sign of, like, any sort
No,
of
there's not, you're
vegetation
right.
on the
Hmm.
back half of that field.
Oh, God.
So, yeah.
So
I
the
mean,
7-8, the 7-8 kids play on the same size field as the high school kids, right?
Yes,
11,
yeah,
okay,
they're both on that
Go
field.
ask me.
okay.
I just send them.
I know now they have all these new teams that have to play on that size field.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Okay, so,
Hillside. Bring them up.
It's either that or basically we, like,
Only play away
only
games.
do away games, but that, I mean, the whole
That impacts.
9-10 season is already scheduled, so like, there's like probably 15+ games that would have to get rescheduled,
Mhm.
Nightmare.
which would be a nightmare.
oh, between the 7-8 and the 9-10.
Yeah,
And it's boys and girls.
Well, wait, if, as the grass grows out front, can you fit an 11v11 the other way?
Yeah, well, I mean, we might be able to do something like that.
Like, so do you just need to like buy time for like,
I mean, there's gonna be valleys and stuff in the middle of the field.
See, that's, I'm more nervous of
Yes.
big kids playing.
no, I
on those
agree, I
conditions.
agree,
Yeah.
Like,
I
they will
agree.
get hurt.
Yeah.
They will, they'll just
Little
crash
kids
in, yeah.
fall a lot less
Mhm.
and don't
Oh,
roll
I
their
agree. Yeah, yeah,
ankles
yeah.
and blow their knees out.
And then obviously it doesn't fit behind the school, it's not big enough, I think Chris said that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that field's massive.
Yeah,
Doesn't
there's
fit.
there's
Okay.
nowhere else other than maybe in the front that would fit.
There's no other green turf in town,
Kidding me?
no.
Greg's
They used to
backyard.
play
Can we make it
baseball.
in your backyard?
And you've got that spot
Perfect.
across from, in the center of town, what's that called, the Meadows, you know what I'm talking
Where
about?
Miss Heather goes,
Yeah.
where the
Is that-
beehive is.
No, I don't know what
Oh,
The
it is.
corner of Pleasant Street.
Yeah, the corner of Pleasant Street, it goes down.
Conservation land.
And there's this whole big
It's a nice big
area.
grassy area.
It's a good
Yeah.
new soccer field,
Sure,
probably flat.
Oh.
I don't see why not.
They mow it, they're fine with mowing that.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a field there?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's flat, but you could totally put a
Pretty
field
good
that's
grass.
big enough.
Pretty good grass.
To get an 11v11 there?
It's huge.
Greg, just go draw it up.
Put lines
Is it
on the
flat?
grass.
I don't know.
Does anyone know if it's flat? That might be where we have to put
It's
the
pretty
field.
You know
flat.
what,
It
how
is-
about
it is
how
pretty
about the
flat.
Solomon Pond Mall parking lot? Let's
Jesus
paint some
Christ.
lines.
They can just use the regular
flat.
sneakers, they don't even need
Regular
cleats.
sneakers.
I'm being completely serious about that. Is it conservation land?
Yes.
It might be.
Yeah,
an
but I
option.
think you can put a soccer field in the conservation land, cause you're not putting any like bleachers or anything on it, right? Do you know?
Sure.
Can't afford those things.
Well, good, 'cause you can't put them there anyways. It's fine. That's not a bad solution. There's no parking. Oh, that's.
Who
good.
cares? Shuttle bus.
Where are they gonna park?
General store. Ching.
Yeah,
Or they
You're
could
welcome.
park at,
the
no,
church.
for the soccer
The
games,
church.
there's so many people.
Church, yeah.
Oh, well.
Church
Nothing more.
and
Would you
general store.
entertain that as an
Drop your
option?
kid off,
I mean, I wouldn't care. I mean,
as long as it's
I
flat.
mean, the older kids, high school plays on what, Sundays?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way it's happening before this
There's no
weekend's
bathroom,
games.
we'd have to get a portable. Not before this weekend, right.
Yeah,
But if, you know,
but I mean, I'm open to other
who,
options.
is that's town owned?
Because again, that field's
Yes.
gonna be garbage all season.
It's gonna be garbage all season,
Is
Can-
is it the back part by the woods? Or
yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
Can we just shift it onto the softball field?
it's only like,
And softball, I bet's gonna be used
it's
So
up.
only like
wide.
it's only like
Softball
50.
doesn't,
it's only
we
like
have
50.
softball team.
I think, yeah, we do, we have it with Boylston.
Yeah, but they have their own fields.
It's only
Yeah,
like
but they have a
50
hard-
feet from the field as it is.
Yeah, it's too
And,
close,
I
but
mean,
the only
it's
reason
legit, the whole-
they don't use those softball fields, they didn't know Berlin had one.
Wow.
They struggled with
That's the view.
their field use, field space over there.
It's just from.
Like
the back.
I was just gonna say, if we were to move one of those, the front baseball field, like to the back
That's so
somewhere,
smart.
would there be, I mean, I don't know, and I'm
No, no,
asking
this
this
is-
because I don't know.
Current field, that's what it
We
is.
have two, would we need more, since we're moving it anyway, or just the two would be
I don't know
fine?
if you could get another field.
That's what, that's the
To-
other
To
question,
what?
Baseball
baseball.
field.
Baseball, cause you got softball and baseball, right?
Yeah.
Girls and
There's
boys, I don't
there's
know.
two.
Okay,
There's one out front
Yeah.
and there's one in the
No
back.
one
Right.
uses the back one though.
right, but
Nobody uses it.
They use renting it all.
they're
No,
using
the
it,
Sunday,
nice
Sunday.
field, not the little dinky
Not the
field.
softball field.
Yeah.
No, because it was always a Boylston softball program. Now we have more Berlin girls playing than Boylston
Mhm.
girls. The
they're
program's huge,
practicing
the
in
softball
Berlin?
field.
yeah.
Boylston never knew Berlin had a softball field. So they were over there trying to squeeze
So
practices
now they're
in.
gonna practice here?
I don't know, there's conversation about it,
Boylston Brown?
yeah.
They should use it.
I agree.
They should.
Well, if they meet, yeah, of course, why not?
So,
They're
you know,
not-
that's why I'm
so-
wondering,
so
like,
league
is there
practices.
enough room to put another one? Do we need another one? Are we gonna have enough kids? Would we need, if we're gonna move it anyway, do you know what I mean? Would we need another one? Is there enough room
The program that's dying is baseball.
Okay.
Softball's,
going up?
yeah. Baseball just continues to struggle. Because kids don't wanna stand.
No, they never wanted to stay. My kids were
There's
like,
so many other
this
spring
is,
sports.
yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah. They wanna
That's 'cause
move.
soccer-
Lacrosse,
The kids wanna
soccer.
move.
Well, soccer's actually
Yeah.
not a spring sport, but
They wanna
No,
move.
it just
but
acts
you're-
like
My
one.
kids were out there picking the grass.
I know, they wanna move, kids
Hate
wanna
it.
run, kids wanna
They're
run.
just like, it's never coming this way. I'm not gonna do
Right,
anything.
right. So listen, I'll talk to Kristen about, she is, I'm gonna be completely honest, it's like a, month, not even a few weeks before town meeting, so she's not gonna
Yeah.
entertain any new ideas
Mhm.
until
Yeah.
town meeting is over. But I'll definitely talk with her, and she would absolutely be willing to have the conversation. probably, I think you should probably be involved in the conversation
Yeah.
because this is your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
And I think, you know, having somebody do it that is a paid position, whether it's you or somebody else,
Yeah.
makes
There might be
sense.
someone else in town that,
Mhm.
But if Greg can do it for cheaper,
Yeah.
then.
yeah, I mean, that was
Right,
really
right,
the reason I
right.
kinda threw my hat
Right.
in there at all,
Yeah.
was like, I'm not trying to get like rich off doing it or whatever. It would
Right,
just be
right, you,
something
like you need
just
another
to-
project, I
Yeah.
totally understand.
Sure.
I
It's
don't
time
exactly,
consuming.
yeah, I don't
Of
exactly
course.
have time to be doing it either, but
Yeah.
it's just.
I'll
again,
wake up
it's
at
not-
1 in the morning, so I can do this and this before 5. Right. So no, but
But-
yeah, I think it's a great idea,
But
great
I'm
idea.
perfectly comfortable and perfectly confident, like, doing something like that too.
Totally.
It's just,
Yep.
again, it's a little far beyond, like, a volunteer thing.
No, absolutely.
Of course,
Definitely.
absolutely.
All right, so do you want me to see about that area there for the soccer?
I'd have no problem putting a field down there if you get the okay on it. 'Cause
Okay, I'll
again,
check with the
that field's
town,
gonna
like
be
if we
garbage.
can even do that, I imagine we could. Didn't they used to play baseball on Jones Road, right at that field, that was the baseball
That's what I was
Little
gonna
League.
ask about the one on Jones Road. I
Yeah.
didn't know if that
it's
was,
pretty flat.
I wanna turn it into a
yeah,
dog park.
because I'm like, well, yeah, but not yet. We could use it for
You
soccer.
hate dogs, you can't go by you, not right now, I don't think it's big enough, and
Oh,
that
when you
gets
turn onto
so
Jones
wet.
Road on the
Yeah,
right there?
yeah.
Yeah. I was
And that
gonna
gets
ask about
so
that.
wet,
Oh, does it? Yeah.
It does get really wet. there.
so wet, I'm down there every day,
Yeah.
it's just drenched. So, all right, I'll ask,
Yeah, if you get some sort of
Kristen?
okay on that, I mean, if it
and then-
fits, then I'd have no problem putting one down there.
okay, how do we measure, how big is it, 11 do you know off the top of your head, Johnny?
It is.
Giant. I can look it up
Ball field,
online.
Football field.
I know, it's giant.
Hold on, it's,
I'd be watching them play going, like, where are they?
So big.
I think it's 420 feet by 210 feet.
I
Oh
wonder
my
if it's big
God.
enough on the corner,
Parking lot, Solomon Pond.
right? I don't know if that field's gonna be big enough.
I've never been there, actually, I've
It's,
never been
well,
there.
I've only walked down it once, but just like from
They
the
said it's
road
huge.
into the woods, but I don't know, I'm wondering if it's wide enough.
That's huge, 420.
That's huge.
It's like a huge range, 80 to 120 times
I
50,
could be off on
by
that, but
55 to 70.
it's definitely over 300 feet long. I know
Yes.
that.
All right, so I'm just
Gotta
saying,
get
let's
those
see if
kids
we
some
can
room
use,
to
what is that
move.
called?
If you go to Berlin Soccer's website, it's on there.
Trying to get that link that
Oh,
Jill sent
nice.
earlier.
105 meters by 68 meters.
105. so
What
it's
is, what is that
315
called, that
feet
area
by-
parcel of land?
Well, some kind of,
That's what it says on our website?
No, I'm
some
looking.
kind
at
of
something else.
conservation land.
What is it?
Berlin Meadows.
Berlin Meadows.
Oh, that's
Go to
such a
Berlin Soccer's
great
website.
name for a soccer field.
Right?
Berlin
We'll be
Soccer
playing at
Find
Berlin
it.
Meadows today.
I mean, that might help though, Greg, right?
It's hard to say if it's even big enough, honestly.
Oh, really, you looking at it now?
is. I really don't know.
I'm just, comparing
don't
it to
think-
the school.
Maybe long enough, but I don't know about wide enough. I just don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to remember. And I don't know that the edges are exactly straight.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it could if we're, don't have quite enough room.
All right, I'll check for Berlin Meadows. I can also check with Eric about Hillside. His fields are gonna get destroyed this season.
Isn't it Boylston players too?
There might be some, but I think
These
it's
9,
mostly,
10
Yep,
Yeah.
the
Eric's-
9-10
Eric, are you talking about Boylston?
Hoffs, yeah.
Hofstas.
But, they would be playing games at the same time as us.
No, same team.
Same team, same players.
9-10,
Uh,
they're merged.
oh, they're all in the
Yeah.
same.
And 7-8, I kinda think is too, Greg. I think they're Berlin Boylston.
I know the girls went over to Boylston. I'm not sure if the boys came over to us. I don't know.
They did, I know Bryce is with us for 9-10, and he's Boylston.
Oh, the
Bryce.
trees, the trees.
Jonah,
like,
Boylston.
come in.
oh, he's,
He's
I don't know.
9-10.
So they were all playing on the indoor soccer, so I was just
They're
like, whatever.
Boylston kids.
Yeah.
I think your 9-10 boys and your 7-8 boys are combined.
Hmm.
7-8,
Probably.
7-8 boys.
Cause that's about the time frame
Yeah,
when they're like
because-
either dropping out or staying
Yeah.
in.
I'd have to look into
Okay, so I can check with Eric.
Excuse me.
What time does 7-8 play? Do you know off the top of your
it.
head?
No,
So 9-10 I know is on
Looks like
Sundays.
you could put a field in
on
like
Saturdays.
Liz Ford's backyard.
I know.
Is that the yellow barn? Is that
Jesus
hers?
Christ.
Right,
It's like right across the street.
Wow, that is big. All right, I'll check with Eric.
Wowzers, it's massive.
So you have 3, 4 locked down right now, 5, 6 locked down, and your 1, 2 you said is fine, or play it fine.
Yeah, it's good enough, and they're not
And then
really
the
beating
K
up on
is-
it anyway, so.
Okay.
Might not be big enough.
It's really just that 7A field that's the major problem.
Okay. Alright. I could try calling Dave too, maybe he didn't recognize your number, did you leave a voicemail?
I did.
Okay. Let me check with Eric to see, yeah, I'll check with Kristen first.
When did you wanna know who plays?
The 7, 8. 4, right?
9:10 is on Sunday.
4:30.
Okay,
7/8's 4:30 Saturday, right?
yep, perfect, okay, and Sundays, doesn't matter. I feel like they're at 12.
Oh,
What time is Robert playing? I don't even know what time
9:10.
Brendan's
There's,
playing.
there's
I'm like, do
like
we
two
know?
of them, two of the games I think are like 1:30. I don't know if they're away or here. And then I think the majority of them are like 4:30, I think.
Oh, right?
I looked real quick.
Alright,
I looked real quick at the email. I just looked at it super fast and I don't even know which ones are home and which ones aren't.
I know.
I think the first one is away.
First one's away.
I think so,
I
yeah.
think it's an air.
Yeah, I'm like,
Brendan's like, we're
oh.
probably playing on turf. I'm like, you're probably not, buddy, it's not high school
Yeah,
soccer.
it's, no, you have no idea. Have you ever been to Air? I used to work
But the
out
high
there.
school has turf, they have
Oh,
turf.
do they?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No,
because
the one-
I
this
used to
one?
work out there and
Yeah.
it was
I
like,
think that
Oh,
was
it's,
March
yeah,
10th.
it's air, yeah.
yeah,
Boys 9-10 is all over the place. It's 3, 1, 5,
Yeah.
Ah,
1,
okay.
6,
Yeah.
3, 3, 3.
yeah, because I remember I was gonna see if they were set times so I could tell Robert he could work on Sundays.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, it's not timing half anymore anyways.
Yeah,
right?
I know, so that kinda stinks, but
All
whatever.
right, so I'll do that. I'll talk to Kristen. We'll try to find a field for 7, 8, see if we can get Berlin Meadows. You think no? There's
I
nothing
don't
there?
know, it looks
I don't know if
tight.
it's gonna fit there.
Yeah, I just,
Girls 9-10 is the same way. 1, 5, 3, 3, 1,
Okay.
1, 1.
Okay. All right, and then I'll talk
Just
to her about the
email her.
master plan thing, yeah.
Just email me.
And then be prepared on town meeting.
Yeah.
You guys to speak and present
You're
and,
gonna kill it.
of course
it's
you're
gonna be
kill it,
good.
yeah.
It'll be good.
Um,
Cause I mean, again, we're doing so
Be
much
there
good. I
cheering
mean,
you on.
oh, I don't think anyone's gonna vote this.
no, cause they
Yeah.
know, I mean, you know,
Yeah, I mean, I'm fairly confident. It seems like everyone's in support of it, but.
Yep.
Do you know what
You're-
number you are on the warrant?
27 out of 30.
awesome.
Did you say 27?
I hate that.
Out of 30,
Out of 30.
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be going
Maybe we should
home.
ask
Just
Rain,
don't
maybe
come
we
till
should
the
ask
next
Rain
one.
Bills if we can play on their
I was gonna
field.
tell
Why,
people
where's
to
theirs?
show up late
Oh,
if they wanted to.
Yeah,
I guess you're up
So
to school budget.
green, look how green it
That's
looks.
gonna
Looks awesome.
I gotta run.
be- All right, ciao. Thank you, guys, we appreciate
Thank
it.
you guys, and thanks for
Thank you.
waiting.
So-
Yeah, appreciate it. Have a good night, and thank you for
See you guys.
everything.
Later.
Yep. Later, guys.
All right, bye.
Guys, that's, we got, ooh, not good on the fields. All right, let's bang through this stuff. That's
Yeah,
not
I'd
good.
like
Mike
to get
Sawyer's
that
field's
approved.
not level. Over there.
I love his house. Look what his daughter.
If I didn't have so much
Mike Sawyer-
crap
not
in
Mike
my
Sawyer. No.
side yard, we could
not
probably
Mike
build
Sawyer.
one
His
there.
father.
Skippy,
I love his house.
yeah.
That's a big chunk of land,
What, my house?
420 feet.
That is a
huge.
big
That's
chunk of
huge.
land.
Huge.
I would say too, we can ask the school to
I
use the
can't-
Tohoto field, but that field's already beat to shit, and they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, you guys can come and play here. Cause they need
See,
it for
that's
their
just-
lacrosse athletes and
Oh.
their,
Yeah, they have.
you know what I mean, they have their own problems.
All these fields just destroyed.
They
Alright.
just, you know, when they use them all the time like this, it's important.
Well, that was a good point that
Yeah.
you raised, Bob, to shift the fields.
Yes, yeah, cause when
Like
they're using
crops,
them all the time.
Like farmers do.
Like farmers, yeah.
If we
Yeah.
could have that baked into the plan.
Exactly.
But he said the
Yeah.
boxes,
The valve boxes?
yeah.
I think you just,
They just need to not be
Why
in
can't
the
if
you
you
just
have
put
Well,
like
he
a
just said-
couple of extra fields,
Yeah.
basically, you have a couple more than you need, so you can always rotate.
Mhm.
Ah,
But he said as long as he knows where the fields are gonna be, they can plan where those
boxes.
valve boxes
valve boxes,
are
yeah.
gonna go. So as long as they know where the fields are gonna go, then that's fine. So I guess in that case, we should build, what, 2 7-8 fields? So we can,
Those fields are.
but where are we gonna do
You'd have to
them?
put little fields
Those fields are
inside
sh-
them.
I agree, I think that's what
Well,
you have to do.
I was gonna say,
Those
yeah,
are-
can we
yeah.
do that, like put little kid fields inside it?
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
know?
like we play in, what is it, like,
Littleton.
Littleton,
Mhm.
this, on the side of the road there, the lines, there's like yellow
Yep.
lines,
So
blue
many
lines,
lines.
Yeah.
white lines.
Yeah, you're like, I don't
You
even
can't
know.
follow,
Yep,
but.
Oh, yeah, cause they really line them.
yep.
But the field
Inside.
itself is like as green as your sweatshirt, like the fields are
Beautiful.
mint.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
very plush
It's like Clinton,
grass.
Clinton's are beautiful
Mhm.
too,
Mhm.
yeah. That's okay, we'll get there, this is a good starting point.
Yeah.
Once those fields are level and awesome, it's gonna be
Mhm.
great.
And
It's
then
gonna
we
be
can
good.
just maintain them
Yeah,
properly.
yep,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
That's,
Well, that's why they want a maintenance
Right.
plan,
yeah, cause that's what we need to do.
you know, and if, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what Kristen said too, even about the courts, there needs to be a
Mhm.
maintenance plan
Right.
on these things, because
Right.
this town for just so long has
Mhm.
built it, but then
Right.
there's just no maintenance
Right.
plan. Not
Mhm.
this town, I think it's just small town because the
Yeah.
budgets are so small. All right, here we go, boom, boom. All right, finances, boom, boom. All right, everyone has to sign, okay, finances. Okay, so, as we had, I am allowed to, you guys had agreed that I can sign off on things if they come in between our meeting and the next meeting, right?
Yes.
So, Felicia had a receipt for Easter supplies, so we paid that out. I just wanted to show you that.
Mhm.
And then, also Berlin Basketball made a deposit, or sent us a check for $400 for the Monday Night League, so I deposited that as well. So that's what this is. You guys don't need to sign it, but I was just showing you.
Thank you.
So those numbers, I'll put them in the minutes. Was 152.63 for the reimbursement to Felicia. That comes out of our revolving, and then into our revolving went $400 from the men's basketball.
Nice.
I can measure on this map.
Yeah, super.
Really?
Nice.
Oh, measure it, see how big it is.
That's fancy.
Berlin Meadows, are you measuring it?
I'm measuring this field first. It says
Oh,
it's
the one that they play
300
in?
Like 335 feet?
Oh, where's that? Oh, that's the school field, the back one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It's so bad back there, you guys. Okay.
yeah.
You can't, 425, that's 1.5 football fields.
Yeah,
It
that's
can't,
a
it can't
lot.
be too big.
So
It seems too
300
Oh,
big.
he did say he could be wrong.
I'm just gonna look.
It's a lot,
I
man.
think he's pretty close though.
I don't know, those fields are huge.
They
I
are
know.
Yeah, but when you play at West Boylston,
Yeah.
it's the size of the football field. The soccer field is the size of the
Is it
football field.
50% bigger than the football field?
God,
So then,
no, that
yeah.
can't, no.
Because the football field would
You
be
play
300
right
feet.
inside the football field. It might
Okay.
even be a little smaller than like the end zone.
Okay.
Alright, so that was 335.
Okay, moving on.
I got
Yeah,
food
well,
You
poisoning
know what?
yesterday.
Yep.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
What
what'd
happened?
you
I
eat?
got food poisoning yesterday.
Oh, that is the
Oh,
worst.
no, Bob.
Yeah.
What did
It's
you
my
eat?
first public appearance since then, just to be honest with you.
Oh, my God.
Uzo.
Well,
Were you
thank you.
puking all night?
That must have
Where'd
been
you go?
awful.
Oh,
Where'd you
Bob,
go?
food poisoning is the worst, Ty.
It was the worst.
Was it chicken?
I don't know.
What
I
did you
actually don't
eat?
know.
Where- You don't have to publicly say it.
No,
if
we,
you don't wanna.
no,
Do it.
I
Throw
cooked
'em
at
right
home,
under the
like,
bus.
something chill. I think what happened, and this is weird, but we ran out of paper towels, okay? And we were out of paper towels in my house for like 2 days.
Ugh,
Oh, that's not good.
That must have been
And,
awful.
and, I think, I'm thinking that maybe like the kitchen towel got used for something.
Oh.
You know,
Oh,
I made
yes.
some pulled pork and like, maybe it like hit some raw meat or something
Yep.
and cross-contaminated.
Oh,
And maybe I
gosh.
like washed my hands and grabbed it.
Mm-hmm. And didn't realize,
Didn't
yep.
realize, and I put something in my body.
Oh, and then ate.
Oh my god.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. That's all I can think of. Because we didn't have anything crazy.
And no
but
one else got sick.
no,
That's what I was just gonna ask, no one else got sick, that's
Maybe
good
you have a
at
stomach
least.
bug.
I feel fine. I
You have a
feel
stomach bug.
great.
Yeah, but were you sick like a million times? Kenzie was sick last Friday. She only got sick twice.
When you like.
But it was like
Stomach
vomiting?
bug.
both ends.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was a million times.
Okay,
Oh.
alright, well then
Oh,
probably.
I'm so sorry.
It was like 24 hours of straight that.
Oh, I'm so
Today,
sorry.
like, I woke up and like started eating like just very carefully.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
toast.
yeah, no kidding.
Toast,
Banana.
Pedialyte.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Get
Pedialyte.
the electrolytes back.
Yep.
Oh,
It
it's
was
the
rough.
worst.
That's
Oh,
brutal,
man, I'm
Bob.
so sorry.
Bummer.
It's all right.
I know,
Not sure
that's
why I brought that
terrible.
up.
I
Well,
mean,
just,
I
you
feel
know.
better knowing that you got food poisoning. It's,
Yeah.
I've had it once and it is,
It's awful.
you're just like, when is
Body
this
is
gonna
so
end?
mad
I
at you.
thought I was gonna die. when
It's-
I
you-
had it.
I thought I was gonna die. And we
Knock
both
on
had it.
wood,
Rick and I
I've
both
never-
had it.
That I
Oh.
know of,
Never
I have
had
never
it?
had it, not
would
that I
know.
know, but I don't want to.
I just
I s-
curled up in the fetal position. Is
See-
either that or I was in the bathroom.
That sounds to me like a bad migraine.
It's the worst. Yeah,
So
bad
bad.
migraine.
Or a
yep.
really bad hangover.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's like, we both had it.
I don't like those either.
They're just, it's so bad.
Yes, yeah,
It's
you just
because
feel horrible.
you, that's it, you can't,
Ugh.
but it's constant.
Yes.
It just doesn't
Ugh.
stop, yeah. All right, all
Your
right, back to
body's like, get
finances.
this out of me. Yep, sorry.
All right, that's
I'm
okay.
sorry for.
okay.
Back to
that.
finances. Okay, So we are making a deposit into a revolving account for $935. That is for the fitness classes.
Nice.
Remember, revolving, what goes in, comes out, so we are also sending that right back out to the vendor, which is me, for $842, because rec retains a portion of that.
Nice.
And then we have receipts here for the fishing derby. This totals, so the Lions Club is making a donation
Nice.
for $350 to rec. And then rec is helping with prizes for the fishing derby from that money. Okay, so
Nice.
this receipt here, these receipts from Dick's and BJ's represent those prizes, and it totals $342.41. So you
Perfect.
guys will have to sign that.
Mhm.
That's going to
Nice.
Felicia. Boom, we got all that done, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I did actually wanna say, I meant to say this after pickleball, I did contact, there was a gentleman on Berlin Connect that posted about tennis.
Oh,
And
I
are there
didn't
any
see
tennis
that.
players or tennis, don't you sign that, cause that's for
Yeah,
you.
I missed it.
Yeah, any tennis people that want to, well, you guys all need to sign this, just not me. Yeah. Yeah, so I thought, I reached out to him to say, hey,
Right.
if, you know, we can help if you wanna do any reserved
Yeah.
time to have people come down, but I haven't heard from him
Oh.
back yet. But I
Nice.
did contact that gentleman, Dan.
Oh, good. Okay.
Bob, you're just gonna have to, you're ready to present for town.
Yeah, I'll just do the same thing as last
Yeah.
time, basically,
You
and
speak
just,
really well in front of people, so you'll kill it.
I'll just explain why we changed it and I'll show that, image.
Yep.
Right, that I shared.
Yep, I think that's perfect. Yep, I think it's gonna be fine. I imagine, we are gonna get a good amount of questions on our budget.
I bet.
Because we did ask for some increases, significant, we asked for a paid position on the rec committee for 10,400, I think. And we asked for that program, the myrec.com, which
Mhm.
was 2,800, rec's paying 800 of that, which is like 30%, so.
Yeah.
We just asked for 2,000 from the town, which is a one-time fee for them. But percentage-wise,
Right.
we look like, a lot is going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So I know we're gonna get some questions on
But
that.
I think if it's gonna be, a positive turnaround from everything,
I think
you know
ultimately
what I
the
mean? The
goal,
ultimate goal would be a
Totally.
positive.
yeah,
As opposed to, yes, it's a negative for the moment because it feels like that's a lot of money.
that's what
But
finance was saying.
It's gonna turn around,
Right, right,
you know,
right.
that's what we're hoping.
That's the goal. I
That's
mean,
the goal,
hopefully,
right.
in like
Right.
10 years or
And,
5 years,
yeah,
I don't know how
mean,
long, we're
things take time
self-sustaining.
to build,
Right, it
so,
takes time to build.
you know,
exactly.
and that's kind of where we have to point it out,
Yeah.
and I think that's, you get to do that. So, you know, just
Yeah.
try to, yeah.
I'll talk the rec budget.
Oh, you're gonna talk
You'll
the
do the
rec- okay,
pavilion,
okay.
yeah, I'll do the
Never
rec
mind.
budget.
Well,
My bad.
It's an investment,
Yes,
it's an investment.
exactly.
In what we want the community
Yes.
to have.
That's
And it's not
exactly
gonna
it.
happen overnight.
Right.
No,
I think that they're worried, that we're gonna come back next year and ask for another $10,000 for the rec paid position. But the idea, as
Like
Ally,
every other, yeah, go ahead. No, sorry, go ahead.
no, but as, I know,
Oh,
right?
sorry.
As Ally explained to me from, Northborough, she said, you start small, like she
Yes.
built that rec program and it's
huge.
huge,
Yeah.
huge. Her
Mhm.
salary comes from that, it doesn't come from the town,
Right, that's
nothing
awesome.
comes from the town,
That's
right?
so awesome.
But she built that, but it took
Mhm.
like,
A long time.
many, many years for her to
Mhm.
do that.
Yep.
But she said you start small and you just
Mhm.
build and you
Mhm.
keep building. And the money in is the money out, and then eventually, the money in, you've already put out, and now you have this money, right, and you can,
And we did start
Reinvest
small.
it
We
and
had your
build
fitness
it.
classes,
yep,
you know.
right, we're doing the
So,
soccer
which,
camp,
and
we're
the,
gonna do the
you know, the
summer
soccer
program.
camp and everything else.
Yep. Start small,
Yeah, start small and
Yeah,
just, you
and
know,
that's what we have to
the
do.
more we go, the better it's gonna get, so.
exactly.
And if
So,
we get these
and you can
fields
speak on town
fixed-
floor too.
No,
What?
I tried it
You are
before and I
doing
didn't.
so great right now.
You're on a
Well, yeah,
roll.
well, you
You're on
know,
a roll.
somebody's gonna question me, but,
Felicia, Felicia will be answering your questions.
yeah, exactly. Somebody can
Felicia will
ask
be
me a
fighting
question, be like,
people in the back.
Felicia, you're up.
Actually,
Threatening
Media
people.
Mark is here.
Yeah.
So also, actually, baseball's on here. Just so we're aware, we
Mhm.
do have a rental for the baseball field. So last
Oh.
year, I think it was last year, we made the baseball field an AAU size field. So Diamond
Perfect.
came in and made it which I guess extended the
Mhm.
infield. I don't know too much about baseball. If Mark
I don't
was here,
either.
he could nail this down a lot better than I could. However, now we can rent it to AAU teams, which is awesome, because they play on the weekends.
Mhm.
So the gentleman from Central Mass Minuteman has been in touch with Mark, so they're coordinating all of the play times, but they're gonna be there all day Saturday and all day Sunday when
Wow.
baseball is not playing. So I
Good.
think it's after the baseball.
Super.
But that's good, because then
Mhm.
there's a per hour
Yeah.
fee. He sent it all over to me, Rick's reviewing it and Mark has it, but we do have to send him a contract, this guy. Remember how you said something about, well, like we sign contracts with everybody?
Mhm.
We should be, but we, we have just started that process. So, Boylston, actually Parks and Rec sent me their rental agreement contract, and I also have Clinton's, and I also have Northborough's. And I'm just putting them all together to make one that suits us, because they have a lot more
Mhm.
facilities than we do. But to have like all the policies in there, all the procedures, and then it has to go to Kristen, and then she'll sign off on it, and then we can have this guy sign the contract for the fields.
Can I have to backtrack
Yeah.
because my brain just caught up. Sorry. Soccer fields,
Yeah,
9, 10, 7, 8.
yeah.
Aspen has 2 fields. They don't use them this time of year. I don't think. I don't know.
They don't use them for lacrosse.
I don't know.
Well, one of their fields is turf, right? Are you talking about
No,
actual
they-
grass fields?
I think they're both actual grass fields. They have one where the main parking lot is, there's one down.
That's a baseball field too, right?
Yes, they're side by side, baseball and then soccer.
Okay.
And then they have like across the street where the football field is.
To the left,
Yeah,
yeah.
I wonder if they rent them. See, this is the
I
problem.
don't know. That's,
'Cause they're
I
already
just,
strapped.
Friend Sarah, she works there.
like I said, my
Oh,
brain
okay.
just thought about it and I said, you know what? I wonder. And there's definitely parking,
Right.
so
Option, who knows?
why not, why not try? If that's what we need to do,
Okay.
then why not try? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Temporarily.
Yeah,
I wonder
temporarily
who- I don't
and,
even know.
well, they'll be big enough because it's high school.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking is they'll be big enough because it's high school.
There would probably be, because now we're on their grounds. Oh,
Mhm.
we'd have our own insurance anyways.
Mhm.
But I imagine there'd be some kind of rental.
Probably, but but Berlin is part of the in-district.
Oh, that's right, actually.
So I
you
don't
have
know if
students.
that would be beneficial. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause they do stuff for the people that are, like the towns that are in-district.
Right.
They do stuff for those in-district
All right,
towns,
all
so I figured, why not? Like I said, my brain just caught up, so.
And even if they
And
get
it-
used, maybe they're only during the school week.
Yeah,
Like
they
the
wouldn't be on the
not on the
weekends for the
Oh, because,
games.
right.
So,
I just messaged her.
All right,
yeah.
we'll
I
ask.
mean, it's just a
All
thought,
right, I'll
It's a good
reach out.
idea.
you know,
That is a good idea, smart.
so,
Not
like I
too far
said,
away.
and plenty of parking, easy to get to, right off 495 and 290.
Who's gonna reach out to the athletic director probably, right?
Yes, who is that?
I can find online.
Yes, you can find it online, very
Okay.
easy. I just don't remember, because there's so many people that are all involved.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you have the director and then you've got all the coaches. They're looking
Right.
for, a JV coach for soccer too, if you know anybody. For fall.
Felicia. All right.
Just
I
throwing
think-
it out there.
No, that's awesome. That's good thinking.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. What else do we have? Do we have anything? I'm almost done with the flyer for the summer. Oh, I asked Ally about your idea, and she said you absolutely can do that.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She said, so what his idea was
Yeah, I
to
was gonna
do.
say, can I hear?
2 hour
Right?
sessions?
To do 2 sessions, a
Of-
morning session of
Yes.
Creative Flair Camp, I think
Yep.
we were calling it or something,
Awesome.
and sports, whatever in the afternoon.
Yes,
So 9 to 12 and then 1 to whatever.
yeah, and that
She
gives a
said-
break
Yep,
and.
and she said you can, also, the kids are allowed to stay for lunch,
Mhm.
so long as they sign up for Camp A and then they sign up for Program A and Program
Yep,
B.
Yep, okay,
They can't just
nice,
do the whole thing
Yep.
without signing up for both.
good,
Sweet.
okay,
So
nice.
you can
That's
do
awesome.
3
Yep.
hours, 4 days a week, without,
Do you have dates picked out?
And a yes,
Just one week.
Are you just doing 1 week?
yes, just to
Okay.
start 1 week, and we're
Yep.
gonna do a half day.
Okay.
It's in August.
First week, right?
I feel like it was the,
I have a feeling it's a really big time frame because I know Assabet does something
August?
1 week.
in August?
I
Fifth to the
don't-
9th, I think, right, Jules?
I don't
Um,
know.
Yep, 5th to the 9th. And that's not bad too, because I'm thinking like, maybe people will be kind of home.
Right, right. I'm just thinking
and
where
haven't planned camps. This might
everybody
be a
plans so far ahead,
I
and I know we're
know.
just getting it, I understand we're just getting, I just don't know if you'll have a lot of signups, but maybe,
We're gonna try. We're
because
gonna
it's
try.
town, so it's very possible.
I could donate a handful of kids.
Right?
Mine are too old.
I know, yeah, at
Counselors,
certain
they could be
ages.
Counselors.
Yeah, they wouldn't wanna do that. That would be like, you know. I know, Robert, well, you
What
know.
age are we doing again?
Actually,
K to
no,
five.
because he wants
No,
to,
it's K to
he's
5,
thinking
K to 5.
about stopping doing Boy Scouts because it's, you know, not his cup of tea anymore.
K to 5.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
guys
what
can
we're doing,
have
K to
him
5?
now, because he's a
Yes.
teenage
close is
boy.
it?
Just
Yeah.
elementary, not the older kids, 6.
How close is it to eat?
No, because they stay home at that age, they don't need a
Because he
babysitter.
didn't want to do it at first.
K to
Unless someone
And
specifically
then my
is like,
my second son who's
Can I send
in
my
Please
Can I
Consequence,
send
because he's
my
like, I'm
sister?
never
Okay,
gonna get
okay.
Eagle.
Alright, so that's good,
It's just-
what else?
It's just
Fishing derby?
frustrating, you know?
We're set for the fishing derby, I talked to Mike Gleason, he said he does not need volunteers, so I did not plug volunteers.
we stocked
Okay.
the pond, we helped stock the pond.
Oh,
Yep,
very
pond is
good.
stocked, that's how the tent was up, we'll have to get trash receptacles over there, I don't know if Chip already did that.
There's a big trash over there.
One, is that enough?
There's, the green ones from the new guy look great, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Felicia.
Very
So
good.
They look so
professional.
good, so
Nice.
professional, yep,
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
and
excited.
he's-
That's
and
good.
then every time I go, they're empty, so.
yeah.
Very good.
I might just move, I actually,
We
I
drag a
got
couple
something
over
from
for the
him, I
derby?
might just pay that if he.
Why don't we just bring one from the courts over? Or bring one from the base, well, I don't know, you can't really move them now. Or you bring those other crappy ones and we dump it in.
We could just bring the other crappy
Yeah.
ones, I was thinking that.
And then just dump them in the bigger ones before, we gotta get rid of those too, so the porta potty.
Isn't there one at the pond or no?
There's one.
Green one,
Yeah.
okay.
And
We
then
have to get rid of the
there's a
porta potties, really?
recycling
Oh, to get in there.
and a regular trash at the pickleball entrance and then a regular trash at the basketball court.
Yeah,
Are
okay.
those like super full all the time? Because I see kids down there all the time.
Not the big ones, cause these things are big.
Yeah.
They're
But the other
huge.
ones were very full.
Is there a
but the,
recycling one
yeah.
at the basketball ones?
At the pickleball.
I think we should move it to the basketball. Is that so he can transfer,
on
he can
wheels.
get in there? Okay,
No, I just said put it here because
cause I think
Yeah.
there's more
The
use,
kids
cause
will
they go up
see
to
it.
the general store.
Yep.
The kids, they won't, they're
think
so
they'll put it
lazy.
in the recycling one?
I do.
That's what I was thinking too,
you
is they
think
go
they'll
to the
put it in
general
the-
store, they all, a whole group of them.
Yep, they all
And
get
then they
straight,
all
yep.
come back.
But it's glass and plastic, he just dumps recycling altogether?
Yeah, everything.
Okay, okay. All right, so that's good, so fishing derby, we're good on them, right?
I'm gonna try
Nothing
and sell
else?
the rest of the sweatshirts there.
Oh, yep, just gonna sell sweatshirts.
Okay,
So what do we need,
awesome.
a box?
My
No,
son
bring
looks
a
good in
table.
his, by the way.
No, like a cash box?
Oh, yeah, I need the cash box. Yes,
You gotta remind me, listen to me,
good call.
I'm gonna cancel
Are
class.
you coming to fishing derby?
Yeah,
Okay.
do I look like a, do I look
Good,
like
'cause
an
I
angler,
don't
is
wanna
that
go
what
to
they're called?
class.
Yeah, in English.
I look like an angler, don't I? I will not be fishing.
No,
Oh my God,
And if
there,
it's raining, I am not
the
going.
guy was scooping the fish into the bucket and Kaylee's standing there and the water's splashing and it landed in her mouth.
Oh, no.
It's so funny.
She's like,
It's so gross.
it's so gross.
And then they're trying to launch him into the pond, but it's so shallow at the edge. So they're just
Oh.
literally landing in like the muck.
Oh, is it
I'm like,
shallow?
you
I
gotta
thought
get
it
them
would
farther
be,
out, they're gonna die right there.
is it
Right?
shallow though? I thought it would be so high.
Well, it's.
With all the rain.
It's just at
Yeah.
the very edge,
It's
it
just at the
feathers up
very
in the
edge,
grass.
it's like
just
really,
wet
it's
grass
like
for-
sand.
Oh, oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
like
Grass.
Kaylee didn't have her boots on, so she was afraid to walk
Oh,
close to the water, so she's trying to dump this heavy bucket of fish out, and they're
oh.
landing like on the grass.
That's so fun that you bring them.
Doing.
That was nice you put it out too on
Yeah.
the page for
400
people.
Gleason's running with the bucket,
Oh gosh.
trips and falls.
Oh, no.
God, Hunter.
Like
Fish
30
everywhere.
fish everywhere. I'm like,
Oh
oh,
my
you guys are
God.
a disaster.
Oh my god, did you just pick him up with his hands?
Yeah,
Of
he's
course
just
he
throwing
did.
them
Oh,
in.
yeah, just-
He
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
care.
yeah, that's
There are some really good sized fish.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Yeah, like
Wow,
Nice.
big fish.
very
Let's
cool.
hope they're still alive.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
the
say.
Great blue heron doesn't show up
I know.
that thing.
Crazy.
That jerk every year.
He's like, they're doing it again, let's go get
They're
food.
brutal.
Doesn't he just like camp out though? Like, he's gonna shoot
I think
the
are they staying over?
heron.
They usually do, if it's, yeah, cause,
Well,
yeah, they
tomorrow
are.
it looks rainy
Yeah,
tomorrow,
actually,
but
I did
not
say,
nighttime.
I did say, cause Thomas is going for an interview over at Market Basket, and I heard him say something about Saturday, and I said, well, why don't you go on Saturday? He's like, Mom, the fishing derby's on Saturday. I'm like, oh.
Love it.
I love it,
So,
he's
yeah,
gonna go, yeah,
yeah.
that's so good.
Can I just throw
Good
these
boy.
out here,
Yep.
these ideas? I
Yep.
just wanna throw them out.
Throw them out.
Tell me what you think.
Go
So
get
these
'em.
are just some of the things that I
I'm gonna
know
write 'em down.
have kind of gone over like in the past. Just ideas for multiple amounts of people, like generation, whatever.
Mhm.
Yep.
Different
Um,
groups.
So I've gone on like a bus trip to the Rhode Island mansions,
Oh, yeah, fun.
Well, that's fun.
which is a good time. You pay the money, you go, you know, you get the passes to the mansions, you get the bus ride down, so you're all safe and good, and then you come back.
All right,
You know, it's just an idea to throw out there.
and what is it, anyone can go, kid or
And,
adult?
yeah, well, you know, within
12
reason,
plus- 12
yeah,
up.
I mean, I would probably say more like 16, cause kids are
Okay.
gonna be like, I don't really wanna be here, and, you know.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Cause it's a lot more,
responsible.
you know, I don't know,
okay.
I wouldn't want a kid
That's a
wrecking
great idea,
stuff,
I love
so
it.
I would say probably more toward adults if possible.
Do you get fed, or no, that's, or you buy food when you're out there?
I'm trying to remember.
Hmm.
It was a while ago, but I mean, I don't remember bringing food, but I just don't remember if we bought food.
Okay,
You might be able to do it through like a tour kind of thing.
yeah, that's
How
what I was
much did you
thinking.
pay for that? Just curious.
I mean, it was years ago. I wanna say 200, but I don't remember.
Hmm.
Might have been less, it might have been 50. But it was.
Wow,
it-
50,
I-
200?
Yeah, I know.
Too far,
It
too
was-
long ago,
it
too
was
long ago.
It
Okay,
was so
all right, next
long
idea.
ago. It was
I'll
like
look
when
it
the
up.
kids were super little, so, you know, Thomas is 14 now, give me a minute.
I feel like I've seen some of those like advertised.
Those are
Yeah,
so
like
cool.
Clinton.
It's a really
not-
great,
Good idea.
that's what we went on, was Clinton. So I mean, again,
Yeah.
watching the money go out to another town.
I know,
Yeah.
It's discouraging, and they have great ideas, so,
yep, don't
You wanna
reinvent
go,
the wheel.
you know what I
Pretty
mean?
simple idea.
yeah, but I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you know, so I was thinking
Or
maybe some.
Foxwoods.
Well, yeah,
like that.
why not, right? So I was thinking like a fall foliage kind of tour thing, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Something, right?
Mhm.
Like I said, I'm just throwing them out there. Things I've seen that I
I like
thought
those
were
ideas.
good ideas. Dinner cruise, train, something, right? I went on a dinner train, it was really good.
You take the one that always derails at Allen Road?
No. We can just have them derail right by the
Will you
train stop.
Why don't you guys just go ahead and get off and walk home at this point? It's gonna be a while.
That's close for Julie.
Right?
Be right in my yard. Jesus.
Oh my
That's awesome.
God.
I just
you
got
know-
taken out by one of those CSX
The trucks?
Really?
trucks.
Oh my God, they're crazy.
Like, put the lights on.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
I
crazy.
know.
I'm not looking
know.
for the truck, I'm looking for a
And
train.
Oh, yeah.
Before they
Put-
kept
I agree
starting
with
to
you. Put the
derail,
lights
I'm
on.
like, boy, those CSX people, they're right on time.
Yeah.
They're great. They're right on it. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad, yeah.
So Sunset Cruise, I've seen those, like drinks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Then I was thinking, Jackie Marshall was here, hint, hint, deep sea fishing trip,
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
right? Ricky,
Ricky loves
calling
that.
on you.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Maybe like monthly gatherings, but I think we started talking about doing something like once a
Yep.
month anyways. Weekly summer ideas, kids, teens, snack shack. What's going on with that?
We're gonna demolish it.
Oh,
Somebody just posted on.
yeah,
I saw
somebody-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just curious. I think that's what made me write that down.
Yankees.
Right, here you go.
Good
All
I
yours.
think, yeah, I think, yeah.
That's a big commitment.
Well,
It
it's a
really
huge,
is. It
if
is
you, if
huge.
you have a gazillion kids
Yeah.
and you're down there all
Yeah.
day, it's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're down there.
Right. But
Yeah, it's, and then you can, when they get older, you can give it to them for like a
Yeah.
year and they're
Mhm.
enthralled by it and then they're just like, I'm not doing this.
I would do it if I didn't coach.
Well, right.
mm,
It's super fun. The kids love it. They actually
Yeah,
run it
and
and
it's
steer
fun.
everything and do
Yeah.
whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
but
But I think that has to be removed anyways
Mhm.
with the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, with the fields,
mhm,
because we're not going to have that blocking the view
Right.
with the pavilion.
yeah,
And I don't know that. I mean, I think you could probably.
And I feel like it's in a really awkward spot.
It
really
is
is.
so awkward.
well, I think
yeah.
it was a good idea because it was kind of centralized,
Yep.
right? So I
Yep.
thought that was good.
Yep.
But yeah,
I feel like it should be closer to like the pavilion playground, wherever we.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was a good idea when it
That'd
started.
be a good eating area anyways, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically,
Right.
there's some tables
Yeah,
under
we're gonna
there.
put some
Yeah,
picnic tables,
yeah.
right? I would think.
I mean, they could long term. That would be
Right.
long. Part of the master
Mhm.
plan is to do a. Your
Something.
husband's talked about this. A beautiful.
Oh, here we
Right.
go.
one with the concrete slab for the, you know, for the base. They're just gorgeous.
Oh,
They
yeah,
have them in
yeah.
a Groton,
Oh, yeah.
at Cow Pond. It's a gorgeous
yeah.
snack shack. I know.
Yeah, well,
I know.
Yeah.
He said he could build it, Brian did.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm sure.
Greg can write the plan, Brian can build the stuff. It's perfect.
And then I'll give it away to,
All your
Beth-
oh
projects,
my God, no.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
yeah.
all the projects must be done at your house.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
In the garage.
I'm moving in the garage.
In the garage, yeah.
Buttoned up everything.
Yeah.
Moved on to
Moving
other
on.
properties.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, he'd be like, you're on rec, I'm gonna help.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should be on rec.
That's a nice idea.
No.
What do you mean, he's on rec?
No, no.
So,
Oh, Lord,
so I
no.
don't, I feel like I should reach out to the woman that did mention the snack shack, but I feel
Mhm.
like it's almost a little bit, I don't want her to build this great snack shack and then
Right.
we're gonna,
Demolish it.
Destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I could
Well, I mean, it's
just,
just relocating it.
I could
We're
say-
temporarily closed
Yeah.
for when we're.
well, no, because
renovating.
you're very limited too in what you can sell because there's no running water, but with the irrigation, we'd have running water, so you could just do a whole.
Oh, it's like a whole
In,
nother
in,
thing.
Well, yeah, but
Westport-
if you reach out to her and you just tell her, you know, if you feel like volunteering for this, just, you know, these are the guidelines right now,
this is
and
what you
just to
can
make
do.
you aware,
Keep her on the hook.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
temporary.
it's very temporary, it's for
Right,
just
you
the
know, and
season.
just, you know, just the season, and
Yep.
just keep it that way, so she's aware, you know?
Yeah.
And that way, you know, hey, if
All
she
right.
wants to take it over for the season,
Yeah, she might.
Super.
Or
you know,
maybe
why
she could-
not?
Maybe she could even help think about like a vision for
Right.
post-field renovation, like
Mhm.
what should it be?
sure, right?
In the,
Right.
In
for
the
the
long
West
term.
Boylston Lions, like football and cheerleading thing they have at where, you know, the fields down by 140 and 70 where
Yeah.
they intersect?
Yep.
Yes,
That's where the Lions play. They have, they serve food there, but it's not really a shack. They've got a little tent, like an awning, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay,
And they've just got a bunch of packaged foods, some drinks, and then they'll make, they must have some kind of grill.
Oh, like a hot
grill.
dog or something?
They'll make some hot dogs, they'll make burgers, they'll make breakfast sandwiches.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
And it's pretty,
Pretty sure that's not town property.
is that why, maybe? I was gonna say, cause it's pretty,
They're
like,
going under the radar.
high speed.
Yeah.
They're going under the
It's,
radar.
it's,
That's gotta be town property, cause isn't that DPW back there?
No, not there. Oh, actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they're just,
just doing it.
They're the Lions.
I think it's,
So
they're
they can
just
do
better
it.
to ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah,
And I've been told that so many times, better to ask for forgiveness,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if we're gonna build it, we might as well just,
Right.
Yeah,
right, do it right.
just do it right, just, I mean, yeah, you want running water, so you can wash your
Yes.
hands, if you're dealing with
Yes.
food,
Yes.
so you don't get.
And
food
then you can
poisoning.
do the burgers and dogs.
Yeah, and as long as you have
and-
running
yeah.
water, you can,
Yeah.
you can't even do technically a Keurig at the snack shack that we have right now. Because it's not even necessarily, she said about washing hands, is you have to be able to clean all the equipment,
Right,
and you can't do that with
Oh my God,
wipes.
that, Lemonster Lassie Snack Shack,
Oh, yeah,
whew,
unbelievable.
that is a well-oiled machine.
Yep,
Like chicken thing, like,
they make
it was insane when we were there.
insane,
And like running out of food.
I
oh
know.
my
You people are
God,
making a
Was
killing.
it,
making
was this for
a-
softball?
Mhm.
Yeah, softball.
wow.
They do the tournaments here at the end of the year,
Oh my
all the
gosh.
towns.
It was nuts.
It's gorgeous.
Every person that was there, I think, ate at that snack shack.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Well,
Uh-huh.
got
you better
like
go
a
back and start taking
chicken
pictures so we can see
Caesar
what's
wrap.
going on.
It's beautiful.
This place
Nice.
is great.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a little elaborate, but.
But that's the thing, concrete slab was
Yep,
huge. It was
yep.
like
Oh,
huge,
really?
And
huge.
it's, the
Mhm.
building is also like the restrooms.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
it's a good size.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But that's the thing, if you have running water,
Mm-hmm,
It's a game changer.
it's a game changer.
sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
that's part of
sure.
the problem is that we have well water here. We don't have town water. Where,
Right.
you know, some of these places, they have like the town sewer and
Right, true,
and stuff, so
true.
it's a lot easier for them to just hook up to stuff. We don't
Yeah,
have
because for a
that.
bathroom, you
Yeah.
need the well.
Right,
Yeah,
right, and we don't have
a
that.
sewer, yeah,
Sewer, yeah.
yeah. Brian did say that.
Mhm. So.
I was like, just build that too, Brian, come on. Let's go. All right, I mean, those are
All right.
awesome ideas, Beth.
Thank you.
Those
So
are
just
really
throw them
great,
out
yep.
They
there,
are
you
good
know,
ideas. I like that idea.
see what you think.
And I like
Those
how they're
are-
not just kid focused.
Right,
I
right.
like that.
Well, that's what I
Because-
think that we should do is work it out so that we're not just kid focused.
Agree with you.
It's great that we're kid focused, I love that, but.
You gotta
know,
hit them all.
We gotta get
Yeah.
adults and teenagers and, you know.
You're right.
You know, we need to do, we're rec, we're supposed to handle everything,
Yep.
you know, to a
Yep.
degree, so. I'm thinking these are fairly easy, you could probably reach out to a place that would do these kind of things
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah,
jump onto it, like a, you know, like I
Totally.
said, tour. you
Yeah.
know, and then you just kinda handle the selling of the tickets and
Right.
take a percentage or whatever,
Yep.
and however we do it, I don't know.
Yep,
But I bet you they'll sell,
I agree.
you know, honestly. Even if you have enough time, like if it's a weekday, right? Let's go on a Wednesday, right?
Right.
Just like
Who's
Red
gonna go
Berlin
on
Country
Wednesday?
Club
Nobody's
at
gonna
night.
go on Wednesday, but if you tell them 2 months in advance, now they can take the day off,
Mm-hmm,
you know?
right, exactly, yeah.
You know, so, something like that.
I'll look into it. I love the idea of the bus trip.
Yeah, I think
Rhode
it's
Island
great,
Mansions.
cause nobody wants to drive, and then
I
you can
didn't
go
even
with
know
your
that was
friend,
a
you can
thing.
chit-chat away.
That you can go look at Rhode Island mansions.
It's awesome.
Do you know
It's
what the
amazing.
mansion?
You've never been there?
Well, no. Well, I've been to Newport, but I've never heard, I
Oh
don't think
my
I've really given
God.
it that much,
They're just
Wow.
These are
amazing,
that's what I mean.
major mansions.
amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
you're
Do
like,
people
Downton
let you
Abbey.
like walk into the,
Some of them,
yeah,
yeah, some of them you can, like,
it's really awesome.
these are like
and they're,
120-year-old, like monster.
and you're like looking
Victorian,
at them like,
They're ridiculous, like you're in a
15,000
movie.
square feet.
like a room of
people
marble.
live in them.
Some are occupied,
Or some are
some are
historic.
museums,
Yeah.
some I
Ah.
think maybe partial.
Mhm.
Some are like for weddings.
They're
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think there's probably maybe, I don't know, again, or maybe if you could reach out to the Clinton people
Yeah,
to see what they did, cause I'm pretty sure it was through them.
I bet if I look it up online, there's
Yeah,
probably
I mean, I don't know if they
links
do it
to-
all the time, but,
Or
you
like
know.
a night out thing, like
well,
a,
that too, something like that.
Adult
like
night
Berlin
out.
Country Club.
Yeah, right.
When we went to the thing
That's
for
nice, a
Christmas,
mixer.
like
Mhm.
mixer,
It's called a mixer.
for like they had a prime rib dinner.
Ooh, nice.
It was
Oh, yeah.
$40 a person
That's not
for
bad.
this awesome prime rib. It's obviously you pay for your own drinks,
Mm-hmm.
but they had DJ Dave, who kills it.
Is he from the, is he,
I danced till like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was
Nice,
awesome.
very good. How many drinks do you have?
It's so fun.
she probably had like 2.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
fine.
did you
I
get
know.
some that
That's all I
night?
need.
No.
Not that night.
Okay.
Where was that? Was that the Berlin Country Club?
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
They've been doing a lot more stuff, like they did the St. Patrick's Day thing, they
See, I have
did,
no idea, I'm not
do,
like
like,
on their
the
mailing
Santa
I
list
know,
or
I don't know
whatever,
if she
so.
knows all this. How do
Yeah.
you know
cause I
this?
golf there. So I'm on
Oh,
the
you have to be a
email list.
member?
Are you a member still? Are you a member then?
No, I was never a member. I should have bought a
Okay, we have to
membership.
make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nice.
Okay.
I was a member there, initially when they like came up
I
with
should
their
have
new
done like the
pricing.
$99 membership.
That's what I did. For 3 years is the best. But I
Did
think
they let it
cost
keep
has gone
going
up.
for that long?